The following is a presentation of CUTV Sports and CUTV Sports 1.
From James Weir Stadium in Belle Vernon, Pennsylvania, in Rostraver, Pennsylvania, it's CUTV's Game of the Week live on PCN and on CUTV. Hello and welcome to the broadcast. I'm Anthony D'Agostino, and alongside me today is Danny Beck. And Danny, we have a good one here today. 5-0 Belle Vernon versus 2-2 Trinity, and it's at Belle Vernon here on the gold turf. And we're excited to be here, excited to be live on PCN as well today. But this is a big game for Belle Vernon, Danny.
It most definitely is. On their homecoming, first time I'm seeing the gold turf. You said you were here, you saw it before. It's definitely a sight to see, and it'll be interesting to see both teams take the field tonight.
That it will be. We're going to take a look at the last game for these two teams. Danny, start with the opposing team, Trinity. And they ended up coming away with a victory last time over Uniontown.
Yeah, 48-0 in dominant fashion. And they're going to look to continue to do that exact thing tonight. Belle Vernon without their star running back, the guy who really leads this team on offense. So it'll be interesting to see what they go at on offense for Trinity. But yeah, look for them to just continue to just dominate.
For Belle Vernon, they took on Laurel Highlands, and we saw them on our high school roundup show from our friends at South Union Township, and ended up Belle Vernon getting the victory here.
Yeah, and Stephen Ruffing's Laurel Highlands Mustangs could not come away with the victory that one, 35-7, as you mentioned, Anthony. But this Belle Vernon team is strong, leading in a very tough conference, the Big Nine Conference, very tough. So we're going to see, honestly, if Belle Vernon can keep this up this season, 5-0 already. They're looking to continue that here on their homecoming night.
The last time these two teams met, it was last season, and Danny, it was a pretty close game.
It most definitely was. 21-15 the last time these two teams played. So it's going to be a good matchup, regardless of anything. I mean, the homecoming, that plays a part, but tensions are going to be high, and they're going to just continue to keep performing this season.
Well, the temperatures are dropping. The fans are starting to pour into the stadium for Belle Vernon's homecoming night here on CUTV's Game of the Week, live on PCN and on CUTV.
Dylan, what's wrong, man?
I just don't know how my family back home in Buchanan, West Virginia can watch our stuff up here.
They can follow us on Twitter, or they can like us on Facebook.
That's awesome. What about our sports? How can they watch that?
They could watch it live right on our YouTube channel.
Awesome, man. Thanks.
You're welcome.
For the first time in 31 years, live high school football all season long on CUTV Sports 1.
The following is a presentation of CUTV Sports and CUTV Sports 1.
And welcome back into PCN here on CUTV's Game of the Week. We have the Belle Vernon Leopards taking on the Trinity Hillers at Belle Vernon. Hello, I'm Anthony D'Agostino. Alongside me is Danny Beck. And Danny, as we get set here for kickoff, Trinity kicking first in the white, Belle Vernon in the green and gold on their gold turf.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Something different. We never really see gold turf before. You normally see the traditional green. But PCN, why not? Let's switch it up.
As Logan Frogner going to take it from the 5-yard line. Frogner up the middle, getting hit by his own guy at the 26-yard line, and Belle Vernon will take over there as we're going to throw it down to our third member of our broadcast, Dylan Godet, here on the sidelines in the stands, actually.
And thank you, guys. I am Dylan Godet here, sideline reporter, but I'm up in the stands right now. It's a beautiful night for football. Highs today was in the mid-60s. It's only going to drop down to the low 60s as we have a southerly wind. Little chance for rain. So, guys, it should be a beautiful night for football.
That it will, Dylan, and Belle Vernon taking over right here as it's an I formation look and a handoff up the middle as he cuts it to the outside now. That's Mason Pisco, and Pisco's got one man to beat, and just like that on the opening drive, Belle Vernon will strike first. It looks like there is a penalty flag marker, though, at the 35-yard line. This may be coming back, though, Danny.
Yeah, and in this situation, you always see a holding on the outside that maybe allowed Logan Pascoe to get on the outside and break that run. But right on the first play of the drive, as you mentioned, Anthony, just showing some explosive speed. We're going to see here what the referees decide to call. But big play right off the bat, Anthony.
That they did, and we have to mention that the starting running back, I believe, for Belle Vernon is not playing today, and that's been the talk of the town. And seeing Mason Pisco come in right away, and Danny, you were right. It's a foul on the offense, and here's the replay, Danny. Just take a look.
We're going to try to see on the outside, I believe. I'm not sure. I couldn't see it in the.
There's a block in the back.
It was. There it was. I don't know, but nonetheless, Belle Vernon's now trying to just shake that off and start their drive. I mean, there's only one play into the game. Yeah, you can just easily shake that off and get started.
Number 12, Jared Hartman in the I formation, the QB for Belle Vernon. As he's going to keep it himself, take it up the middle, and he's going to get taken down at the 34-yard line by Trinity.
And you mentioned, Anthony, that the starting running back for Belle Vernon not playing tonight, but that doesn't mean that they're going to stray away from the run game. It worked on that first drive, or the first play, excuse me, but it was brought back. But they're just going to keep doing that. They know what they can attack now on this Trinity Hillers defense.
Same look, flip to the opposite side, as it's going to be a handoff up the middle once again, and he plows forward again. Is Mason Pascoe getting a first down at the 42-yard line.
And if I was Trinity's defensive coordinator, I'd be circling his number
Yeah.
for later on in this contest, showing some explosive speed, vision down the field, knows where the holes that he has to hit out there on the field, and just doing as much as he can on offense.
And right now, Jared Hartman in the single back formation, as it's going to be an end around. Number 23, Logan Frogner, and Frogner cutting it to the outside at the 50-yard line will step out of bounds. A penalty flag here on the play at the 42-yard line, Danny.
And you might be seeing the exact same call, holding on the outside, and it looks like the referee did make the motion that it will be holding on Belle Vernon. But yeah, Mason Pascoe, 262 yards this season on 38 run attempts. He's a beast out there in the backfield, Anthony.
I'm going to say that he's their starting running back and he's not injured. So the talk of the town got the incorrect information to us there. But it's good to see Mason Pascoe there. You're going to take a look at the replay there. Try to see the holding call on this near side of the field. Yeah, right there, kind of grabbed him and took him down.
Yeah, bringing him to the ground. You can't do that. You want to keep your hands inside those shoulder pads. And on that time, it's kind of difficult. I don't know if you played football. Kind of difficult. Yeah, just keeping your hands inside those shoulder pads.
Very tough. I've got called for holding a few times.
Yeah, it's difficult.
I formation, the ball is loose, and he's going to throw it down the field, and it is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Anthony Bertram on the play, but it'll bring up third down and long for the Leopards.
And Jared Hartman this season, 525 yards through the air. 33 of 79 passing and 10 passing touchdowns, trying to get their passing game started now, as it seems like their run game is something that they're going to be leaning on later on in this game.
That they are. We'll see what they can do here. It'll be actually second down. The sticks look like they were changed a little early for me, but it'll be second down and 19 with 10:45 to go here in the first quarter. Hartman in the shotgun here. Taking the snap, and it's going to hand it off to Pascoe. Pascoe to the outside, trying to find a lane, but will not and will get no gain.
Yeah, big hit on the outside there as Trinity's really sniffing out this run game that Belle Vernon is throwing at him. We're going to see here just perfect containment on the outside. You saw big number 58 there for Trinity, just forcing him to go over to his left. And then right here, just collapsing at the line of scrimmage is their defense, as I mentioned. And then a big hit on the outside, really shake up the head of Mason Pascal.
That was number 24, Jared Embert for Trinity on that big hit. 3rd down and 19. It's going to be trips to the near side with one receiver on the far side. As Hartman over the middle of the field to Pascal. Pascal has a lane in the middle, and he's going to get taken down at the 44-yard line. And that will not be enough for a first down. We'll see if they're going to punt here, Danny.
Yeah, smart play situation right there. Notice that they can have some open field in front of them right here. You see on your replay, Pascal using his blockers to his advantage, try to cut up the field, and the secondary came up and realized that the play was in front of them. But now I believe we're going to see the punt team come out there on the field, and number 3, Joey Caroli out there for Trinity. We call his name quite a bit on High School Roundup. We're going to see him in person now, see what he can do for this Trinity Hillers team.
Cameron Guess should be back to be punting. Joey Caroli back to return. Caroli, fair catch, loses the ball. Who has it? It'll be Trinity ball. And Joey Caroli just almost gave Belle Vernon a great opportunity there at the 20-yard line. But Danny, take a look at this tail of the tape. Belle Vernon undefeated 5-0. Trinity, they're 3-2 and 2-2.
Yeah, and you see right there, Belle Vernon likes to score and likes to prevent the other team from not scoring. They only allow 7.2 points per game. On the other side for Trinity, they like to score as well, scoring 34 points per game and 20 points against them. So it's a pretty even matchup coming into this game.
That it is. And I think we're going to be seeing a close matchup today. As the ball comes out once again, it looks like Belle Vernon may have it. Dylan Kern, the quarterback, dropped it. It is Belle Vernon ball at the 15-yard line, actually the 17-yard line now.
See here on the replay, Anthony, everybody has butterfingers, it seems like. Joey Caroli almost turned it over on that punt, and then the first play line of scrimmage for Trinity, and they fumble that, giving the ball right back to Belle Vernon. Gives them some more momentum and some more confidence going on for their second drive of the game.
Yeah, and that just was a miscue on the snap there for the quarterback for Trinity, Dylan Kern. As Hartman back in the I formation. With him, the fullback, Dylan Haney. And it's going to be a handoff to Larry Calloway, and Calloway will get taken down for a loss of 3 on the play.
Yeah, and big number 69 there, Will Edgar III, coming into the backfield and making his presence known. And that's just that defensive front. You know, Trinity, they got almost beat out on that first play from the line of scrimmage on the outside from Mason Pascal, but now they're really locking down and not allowing anything easy in the interior of their defense.
We'll bring up 2nd down and 14 from the 21-yard line in Trinity territory. Once again, the I formation here for the Belle Vernon Leopards. Jared Hartman handing it off to Calloway again. Calloway getting taken down there at the 16-yard line by Joey Caroli.
Yeah, and Larry Calloway was trying to do some Ezekiel Elliott hurdles over Joey Caroli on that one. Joey Caroli, that's one of the more interesting parts, I know, from where both from the eastern side of the state. You normally see one-dimensional players. Here on the western side of the state in Whitfield football, you see these players that play offense and defense. And you saw right there, Joey Caroli does that.
On a beautiful form tackle. Got low, had the hips low, and the knees bent, and just went right through him as he tried to hurdle him. And it's a great game. And got Jared Hartman back in the I formation, the receiver on either side of the field here as it's play action. Hartman looking to pass, has no one to go to. There's a flag here, and he's going to get taken down at the 19-yard line, a loss of 3. Let's see what the flag is on. I guess, guys, this is a gold turf. People across the state maybe not knowing Belle Vernon has a gold turf. You're seeing it for the first time today. First gold turf on this side of the Mississippi, so the east side of the Mississippi. And it's nice to see in person. It kind of looks like a desert area from the satellite.
It most definitely does. It looks like they're playing on a lot of dead grass out there. At least on our broadcast on our feed, it kind of looks like that. But it's something different. It's something new I've never seen before. You said people across the state might not know that there was gold turf. I didn't even know there was gold turf until last year. I saw it on a bunch of pictures. I was like, there's no way that that's gold turf.
Yeah, gold turf, kind of like Boise State is blue turf. This is gold turf here. And they have black numbers, and they're green Belle Vernon, Texas. Almost looks like, correct me if I'm wrong, but they almost have that Marshall-style green on their uniforms.
They definitely do. It's a little bit darker. It's more of a, I guess, evergreen green.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about that, but yeah, Marshall's a little bit lighter green.
This is a personal foul on the defense, hands to the face. And they're going to bring up a little replay third down here.
I'm not sure where this occurred. Let's see if we can possibly see it there.
Could not see it there. Yeah. You can see the official throw the flag. Just could not see it on the replay. 3rd and 2. Ball on the 9-yard line. Shotgun formation here for Jared Hartman. As Hartman's going to keep it himself, and he will get no gain on the play.
A lot of these option plays for Belle Vernon not coming through. So that was the second option play that they ran in the first 2 possessions. But maybe it's not so much the fault of the offense of Logan Hartman, or Jared Hartman, excuse me. Could just be a misjudgment or the defensive line just making their presence known.
That was Jared Rice on the stop there. Big number 58. Bring up 4th down, and the Belle Vernon Leopards are going to go for it here on 4th down. I formation look for Jared Hartman. And a flag here. Not delay of game. There was still 5 seconds on the play clock. And encroachment on the defense. Danny, that brings up a 1st down, and Belle Vernon didn't even take a play on 4th down.
Yeah, if you're Trinity, you got to be shaking your heads. You can see he's just in his ball cap, but really can't give them any free yards, especially when they're this close to scoring and just executing on a miscue from your offense. But Trinity now, they really have to buckle down and not allow the Belle Vernon Leopards to get some confidence.
1st and goal from the 5. Jared Hartman in the gun. Hartman, play action, is going to keep it himself on an option, and Hartman will get to the 2-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
Almost faked out our cameraman there as Larry Calloway kind of came up with it. We're going to see here as Jared Hartman rushes right up the middle of the field, trying to get some penetration on that defensive line and burst through for a few yards.
2nd down and goal from the 2. I formation here for Jared Hartman. Calloway, the tailback. As it's a QB sneak up the middle, and we'll see if the pile is pushed enough. No signal yet, and there it is, a touchdown for Belle Vernon on a QB sneak from Jared Hartman.
And Jared Hartman, I mentioned it before, they're not straying away from this run game one bit. You can see here on the touchdown replay, just getting pushed, it seemed like, from behind and pushing right his way into the end zone to put some points up on the board for his team.
Even pushed by the Trinity Hillers defense there. As on the kick, the extra point, Cameron Guess. As the snap is good, the kick is blocked, and that's no good extra point. It'll be 6-0 with 5:46 to go here in the first quarter. Stay tuned for more CUTV Game of the Week here on PCN.
Dylan, what's wrong, man?
I just don't know how my family back home in Buchanan, West Virginia can watch our stuff up here.
They can follow us on Twitter, or they can like us on Facebook.
That's awesome. What about our sports? How can they watch that?
They could watch it live right on our YouTube channel.
Awesome, man. Thanks.
You're welcome.
For the first time in 31 years, live high school football all season long on CUTV Sports 1.
come back to Belle Vernon here as they take the lead 6-0. You see the Belle Vernon band on the opposing side of the field. This is a squib kick to the 20-yard line. It's returnable there and it's taken down at the 32. That is number 7, Micah Finley. We've called his name a few times before as well.
We most definitely have. And this Trinity team now, they really have to shake off that mistake on their first possession, the first play from the line of scrimmage even, as they coughed the ball up and gave the ball right back to Belle Vernon, who took advantage and getting on the board. But now we're going to see Joey Caroli. We mentioned it before, and he almost fumbled the fair catch and almost gave the ball right back in the next play, giving it right back to the Leopards.
First down and 10 Hillers from their own 32.
A strong look here from Trinity. It's going to be a handoff to Joey Caroli. Caroli up the middle, can't get anywhere and will not get any gain on the play either.
Yeah, and Belle Vernon definitely did their film, I guess, studied their film, if you will. And we're going to see here on the replay, the defensive line just shook their finger at him and said, you're not going through there, and pushed him back, maybe getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 10 as you hear the Belle Vernon band playing in the background. I formation look here for Dylan Kern as he's looking to pass. Airing it down the field to Cole Blair, and it's going to be incomplete as he had great coverage by Nolan Labuda.
Yeah, and that was a great pass here. We're going to see on the replay, stepping back, planting his feet, and leading his receiver. Beautiful throw down the field, as I mentioned before, right into his breadbasket.
He had it.
Good defense there from Belle Vernon to sniff that one out from Nolan Labuda.
Third down and 10 for the Hillers. As Dylan Kern breaks the huddle, as he's in the shotgun look here. Cole Blair, the near side receiver, sending Joey Caroli in motion. Looking to pass his Kern over the middle. This is going to be intercepted by Belle Vernon. This is Nolan Labuda, as he is taken down at the 30-yard line in Trinity territory. It's all Belle Vernon here at the start of the first quarter, Danny.
Yeah, Nolan Labuda stepping up on 2 consecutive plays right here, just sniffs this pass out. Looks like he overshot his receiver there in Trinity, and then Labuda just took advantage, getting the ball right into his hands and marching right down the field. And Trinity, now they're on their heels. They really have to tighten up, or this Belle Vernon team could really start to get rolling.
And there you see Belle Vernon celebrating after the interception. They're on the opposite side of the field, on the away side, Danny. Trinity on the home side, and that's something very different for me, definitely, as you know, where I went to school in Eastern PA, Lampeter, Strasburg. The home side is on the home side, the away side is on the away side, but here it's flipped.
Yeah, that is normal. I went to Central Dauphin, same out east, and it was the same thing for me. It's kind of odd to see.
Apparently they do it for the fans to intimidate the visiting team. Very interesting there, as our director Gary Smith tells us that. That is Pasco on the carry. He got about a yard on that carry.
And they're just going to continue to run the ball with Pasco. I mean, if it's not broke, really don't fix it. You know, as you can see here, a little bit of a toss on the outside. Pasco is trying to find a lane, and Trinity kind of sniffed that out as well and brought him to the turf. The gold turf, even.
Gold turf. As Jared Hartman back in the I formation here. As he hands it off back to Pasco up the middle. Pasco has a lane, cuts it to the inside. He's got one man to beat, and he does. Pasco into the end zone for the Belle Vernon touchdown.
I mentioned before, trying to find those holes, trying to find those lanes. Pasco executed it to perfection on that play, using his blockers in front of him, kind of really putting them where he wants them out there on the field as he trots himself right into the end zone to put even more points on the board for this Belle Vernon team early on in this contest.
They're going to try to kick the extra point here. The last one was blocked. I'm surprised they're going for 2 to make it a 14-0 game. They're going to let Cameron Guess take this extra point. As the kick is up, and it is going to be good, as Belle Vernon takes a commanding 13-0 lead over the Trinity Hillers with 4:17 to go in the first quarter. Stay tuned for more action here on CUTV and live on PCN.
The Friday Night Lights shine on CUTV. August 25th, California at Brownsville. September 1st, Monessen at Carmichael's. September 8th,
Southmoreland at Charleroi. September 22nd, McGuffey at Elizabeth Forward. September 29th, Franklin Regional at Connellsville. October 6th, Trinity at Belle Vernon. October 13th, Rochester at California. October 20th, Newcastle at Ringgold. October 27th, Washington at Best Center. Live on CUTV Sports 1, tape delay, CUTV.
And welcome back to CUTV and PCN here as Belle Vernon leading 13-0. This is returnable here, but not because it's in the end zone by Cole Blair. See if Trinity can finally get some work here on offense. Cole Blair wanted to return that, just ended up stepping in the end zone. That's a touchback.
Yeah, and that last touchdown for Belle Vernon, just a commanding run game. It seems like that's just what they're going to continue to stick with. And right here you can see number 21, that is Mason Pascoe. It looks like he broke a tackle even and just evaded the tackle there as well. I believe that was also number 4, Cole Blair, who tried to drag him down to the turf. Could not, though, as he gets into the end zone.
Yeah, Mason Pascoe, as you mentioned before, 260 yards on 38 attempts. Just a beast there in the backfield, as this is going to be a handoff to Caroli in the outside. As he gets taken down at the 24-yard line by a host of Leopards there, getting about 3 to 4 yards on the carry.
You can see Caroli's shifty ability to get up the field and really utilize his blockers up the field. And on that one, could not get much. I believe that's going to bring up a 2nd and 5.
They're going to call it a 2nd down and 6. So lost a yard there in Danny's prediction. As a sort of a full house set here. As he's going to be handed off to Tanner Hudak, and Hudak getting past the sticks at the 31-yard line. Trinity getting their first down of this game.
And trying to answer right back to Belle Vernon's run game is Trinity, and just blocking right down the field. Again, we're going to continue to mention that just because of the fact that that allows the run game to get started, finding those holes in the pass so you can move up the field. Trinity on that one moves those sticks and gets their first down, as you mentioned, Anthony.
I formation look here for Dylan Kern. Kern handing it off up the middle. This is Caroli. Caroli getting about 5 yards to 6 yards on the carry.
It looked like Caroli just hit a concrete wall, a cement wall, if you will. Looks like he ran right into his own players on a block, as we're going to see this replay here. Gets the ball, works his way up the field, and then just hits a wall on his own player and falls right back on his bottom. But nonetheless, now this run game for Trinity is getting started.
I believe that was Zane Stock, number 54 for the Hillers. And back in the I formation. As it's a handoff again to Caroli up the middle. Caroli breaks the tackle there and gets tackled at the 46-yard line. And again, that's enough to move the sticks and a first down for the Hillers.
Yeah, and the interior of this defense, I mentioned on the first drive for Trinity, got started a little bit with the run game, and Belle Vernon's interior defense was not really allowing them to get started. But Joey Caroli now just pushes right up the middle and picks up a big gain on the play. Almost broke that one as well, Anthony.
First down and 10. As it's the I formation again. Handoff once again to Caroli to the outside. Caroli cutting it back inside, loses his footing and gets decked at the 50-yard line.
Yep.
That was number 70 on the play, Colin Pelota.
Yeah, big hit, and it kind of looked like Joey Caroli lost his footing. New turf, I guess relatively new turf. I know
turf 2 years ago.
Yeah, most definitely. In California, the Vulcans, they understand that. They just got new turf about 6 or 7 months ago.
Joey Caroli just learned that, you got to keep your head up even if you're slipping. Because he had his head down and then he looked up, and right there was big 70 for Belle Vernon, coming in like a freight train. 2nd down and 6 for the Hillers. Pitch to Caroli to the opposite side. Caroli dancing him over there to get past the 49-yard line. Evades one tackle, but not another. That'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, that's going to be a big 3rd down, actually, Anthony. Kind of looked like he was working up the field using his blockers. He had 2 blockers on the outside as we see this play progress, and then some penetration there from Belle Vernon, and number 70 yet again, making his presence known as Colin Pelota.
Again, I looked at the sticks after the play and it said third down, so I thought they were changing to fourth down, but it is third down. As he's in the I formation once again is Kern. Kern handed it to the fullback this time, and he gets to the 45-yard line. That's not going to be enough for the first down, it looks like.
We're going to look at this tackle now for Belle Vernon. They're knowing they have that awareness out there on the field where the first down sticks are, and they're going to prevent him from picking that up as you see the referee, the side judge, if you will, coming in just a few inches before those sticks.
It'll be fourth down, and it looks like inches here. Has to get to the 44-yard line. As Kern back in the I formation. Handing it off once again to the fullback, and he will get 2 yards on the carry. Will bring up a first down.
And the Belle Vernon coaches do not want to give him the first down on that one, but the forward progress pushed him a little bit past those first down markers as they are going to be in motion now. But, you know, in that situation, Anthony, you got to expect that. If you're a nose tackle or anything like that, the ball is coming towards you. Really just try to get down and not allow any progress to happen. And on that one, Belle Vernon kind of, I wouldn't say get exposed, but Trinity's making their running game definitely something that they're trying to take advantage of.
That they are, and they've not passed since that interception. They've gotten all these yards off the run. As this is a pass now. Kern rolling to the outside as he gets taken out of bounds around the sticks there. He'll gain about a yard on the play.
Funny how you mentioned, Anthony, that they haven't thrown since that interception. Then the very next play, they throw the ball. Are you looking to a crystal ball or something?
Well, they didn't throw the ball. He was looking to throw, but there was nowhere to go. So he had to take it himself. Timeout here as it's the end of the quarter. Danny, we're going to throw it over to our third man of the broadcast, Dylan Goday, with a special report.
And thank you again, guys. We're going to now go to a little bit of Trinity High School history. If you're not very familiar with Trinity High School, it began actually in 1857 as an all-boys military academy. It wasn't until 1925 that it actually was sold to the town there in Washington, PA, and now since then has served as the public school there in Washington, PA. So a bit of a cool history. Trinity, one of the oldest schools in Pennsylvania there, as the original Trinity Hall dates back to 1857, is a national landmark as well. So lots of history there with Trinity High School. Thank you, guys.
Dylan, for that report on Trinity High School. Some interesting facts there, Danny, and hopefully we'll hear some about Belle Vernon too. I think it's really interesting history about Belle Vernon and how it's got that hyphenated name. A bunch of schools kind of combined together, so it'll be interesting to see the history behind that in a little bit. Second down and 10 for the Hillers. Start of the second quarter. As Kern sending Caroli outside, looking for a screen pass, and Caroli is open, and he will get taken down. And a great tackle there by Belle Vernon right at the line of scrimmage.
You can almost call it a touchdown-saving tackle on the outside. I think we're going to take a look at the replay right here. Design screen right on the outside, wide receiver screen, and coming in to make that hit, because there's a blocker right there. That was number 24, Jared Embert, was right there on the outside. If he secured that block and really used, I guess, a pick-and-roll method, Joey Crowley could have got on the outside and scored on that one. Good effort there from Belle Vernon's defense.
Third down and 10 for the Hillers. A shotgun look for Dylan Kern. Kern looking to pass. Throwing it over to the far side. It's going to be overthrown as he was looking for Jared Embert on the play. That'll bring up fourth down.
Kind of looked like he lost his footing yet again. As you see here, Kern overthrows his receiver. I'm not sure if he could have caught that either way. It was a little bit out of bounds and a little high as well.
And it looks like we're going to have a punt here. Belle Vernon, Logan Frogner going to be back to return here. And Cole Blair back to punt.
On to punt for the Hillers, number 4, Cole Blair. Lined
See, that's Cole Bear, B-A-I-R, not Blair. I apologize. As Frogner going back, doesn't call for the fair catch, and he gets taken down immediately at the 10-yard line by a host of Trinity Hillers. As Danny, we're going to take a quick look here at the Big 9 conference standings. You see there Thomas Jefferson and Belle Vernon at the top, 5-0.
Yeah, very strong teams there at the top. 30 miles separates these two teams, as well as 3 spots between these two. Belle Vernon, Thomas Jefferson, and West Mifflin, pretty the powerhouses of this team. Ringgold, you can also mention down there, kind of looked like it was that same, I guess, story last season. But Trinity, yeah, they're trying to work their way up, get a win on the road, homecoming for Belle Vernon. That's always something hard to do. There's a little bit more of a fan base, a fan presence out there on the field. And for Trinity, they need to start accumulating these wins, looking forward to the playoffs later on in the season.
Yeah, they gotta keep winning to try to get to the playoff push. Ringgold and Trinity are going to be vying for those spots. As Hartman is going to be in the I formation. About 5 seconds on the play clock. Looking to run here up the middle, and he'll gain about 6 on the play.
Continuing to just run up the middle of this Trinity defense is Belle Vernon. You can see right here on the replay, big number 68 for Belle Vernon. You can see him right there on the screen. That was Blake Zubovic, and just pulling around on the outside, a little bit of a tackle pull design play there from Belle Vernon, just trying to pick up some more yards, bring up a 2nd and 4.
Back to the I formation is Jared Hartman. Mason Pascoe, the tailback. 2nd down and 4. Hartman handing it off to Pascoe. Pascoe up the middle, and he will be taken down, it looks like just short of the sticks, to possibly bring up 3rd down and inches.
Now pushing it to the outside of the tackles is Belle Vernon, kind of switching it up, keeping Trinity guessing. And right here on the outside, good blocks yet again from the Leopards, as they're just trying to push up the field, and Belle Vernon's just grinding this defensive line from Trinity down, and that would really allow the passing game to open up for Trinity, or for Belle Vernon, excuse me.
Back in the I formation, Jared Hartman. Quarterback sneak up the middle, and it looks like he has enough on the carry for the 1st down. Looks like he got to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, and I mentioned, Anthony, that teams are going to do that. That nose tackle really has to kind of do anything they possibly can to stop that, as now Belle Vernon moves the chains, something that they allowed Trinity to do on their last possession.
Jared Hartman in the shotgun here. Sending Frogner in motion there. And a handoff on the outside as he gets his feet moving still, but the pile will end up pushing him back at the 28-yard line.
And there was 2 men in the secondary for Trinity that were free on the outside. Nobody blocking in front of them. You can see them coming from the bottom of the screen, if you will, right there, and just gobbled Pascoe up as he was trying to move upfield. But you don't normally like to see that. That time it wasn't as disastrous as it really could have been.
Coaches for Belle Vernon right in front of us. They were asking for the whistle to be blown as the pile was being pushed backwards. 2nd down and 5 for the Leopards. In the shotgun here. A handoff to Pascoe, and Pascoe's going nowhere. He loses a few yards there. Zane Stock on the tackle.
Big tackle in the backfield. We're going to see here on the replay how that really allowed that to happen. It looked like there was a defender, actually even a tackle that pulled around on the outside, left one guy free, and that one guy made him pay up on the backside of that run.
Stock looking like he was on a design blitz there. It's the I formation once again for Hartman. He's looking to pass. Throws over opposite side. That's going to be incomplete there. Almost intercepted there, looked like, by Dalton Badillon.
A good defense out there on the outside. Looked like it was a clear catch. And then Badillon just put his hands right into the middle of the play. See there, the camera going around a little bit, but still broke the play up. Now bring up a 4th down.
Badillon on the play there, making a great stop, as we're going to have a punt here.
On the punt for the Leopards is number 88, Cameron Guest. Back Backfield for the Hillers, number 3, Joey Caroli.
As Cameron Guest going to punt to Joey Caroli. As the punt away. Caroli at the 40-yard line. As Caroli looking as he goes forward at the 47-yard line. A penalty flag here. Coach is calling for a clip here. We'll see if that's the call that they will get. Referees deliberating here.
68, Zadrozny, number 69, Hayden Barron on the tackle.
It looked like there might have been a block in the back.
Block in the back.
And that's what they're
return,
calling.
10-yard penalty.
Block in the back
First
on
down,
Trinity. As Danny will take a look at Trinity's schedule here.
And Trinity didn't play in the week 0 matchup, as we always like to call it. And West Mifflin, Thomas Jefferson, back-to-back weeks. They kept it close against West Mifflin. Thomas Jefferson, a little bit of a different story. And then Laurel Highlands, their first win of the season, pouring the points on the board against Blackhawk, and then the second straight week against Uniontown.
As Kern in the I formation, handing it off to Caroli up the middle, and Caroli bouncing off tacklers for a gain of 4.
On the carry.
And Caroli, it kind of seems like he can't really get started here today. It looks like the defensive line for this Belle Vernon team, I mentioned it before, they watched their film on Joey Caroli. They know what he likes to do. They know what his, I guess, what he likes to do on offense, honestly, just finding the holes up the field. And they're really not allowing that to happen.
Dylan Kern back in the eye. As a handoff again to Caroli. Caroli's got a hole, and there's Caroli. Caroli's going to break it free up the middle. Almost untouched for a huge touchdown for the Hillers.
And I might have spoken a little bit too soon there, Anthony. I said that they did their film on him, try to lock down on his tendencies. And that's one of the tendencies that he likes to do. Just break right through the line of scrimmage, had a wide open field. Looked like he got touched by one guy from Belle Vernon, and then it was off to the races. His 40 time, it's got to be pretty good, honestly.
It looked like that was almost a 65-yard touchdown run there for Joey Caroli. Heaving over there on the sideline, must be out of breath. The biggest run today, barring the one that we saw earlier that was called back, as this kick is up for Trinity, and good. Trinity cuts it to 13-7 with 7:07 to go here in the second quarter. Stay tuned for more high school football action here on PCN and on CUTV.
CUTV News Center is California University of Pennsylvania's award-winning student television newscast. Your source for live, local, late-breaking news. Forecasts from the CalU Weather Center. The region's latest entertainment news. Vulcan sports highlights and regional scoreboards with television news coverage you can't get anywhere else. Watch it live Thursdays on CUTV and on demand. CUTV News Center, online all the time.
Back there to the Joey Caroli show right there. It's 13-7 in favor of Belle Vernon. As this kick is away, Squibber there bounces over the head of the return man for Belle Vernon. He picks up at the 1-yard line. It's Mason Pascoe. Pascoe's got a hold. He's got one man to beat. Mason Pascoe on a kickoff return there. A flag coming in late. We will see if this one will stand, but Mason Pascoe picks it up from the 1-yard line, takes it back 99 yards.
Wow, that is all I can say for that one. And you mentioned there is a flag, so this might be coming back. But Crafty running, it kind of looked like he broke the ankles of the kicker there, number 15. That is Dante Shishini.
That's, again, Mason Pascoe having a huge run, possibly getting taken back because of a penalty here. Holding on Belle Vernon. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. And Danny, you're now going to see the touchdown for Trinity.
Yeah, Joey Caroli, as you can hear in the background, the boos are raining down. But they're not booing on this one as Trinity, not California, Trinity and Joey Caroli getting into the end zone. Put some points up on the board for the first time here tonight.
And Belle Vernon not happy here after their penalty cost a touchdown there on a huge return from Mason Pascoe. 99 yards, just went down the toilet because of a holding penalty here.
And you don't like to see that on special teams. You like to play it clean, especially in a situation where you could possibly take it to the house, especially from the 1 yard line all the way back to the end zone. But nonetheless, now Belle Vernon is going to try to shake that off and get their offense back out onto the field and continue what they're doing on their last 2 drives.
Also on the scoreboard is
Belle Vernon will take over on the 14-yard line in their own territory now.
Once again, that winning number 695-6020. Please bring the winning
As Jared Hartman in the shotgun. As he's going to keep it himself up the middle of the field, gaining about 4 on the carry.
And there's the option yet again, ran by Belle Vernon. Jared Hartman on that one tries to rush right up the middle on this Trinity Hillers team. We're going to take a look here on the replay. Just splitting some defenders there, and then Trinity sniffs it right out and brings him down.
Belle Vernon take over here, second down and 6. Larry Callaway, the tailback in the I formation, is Jared Hartman. Hartman handing it off to Callaway, and Callaway getting taken down immediately there from Trinity.
Yeah, big hits there on the line of scrimmage, especially from number 54. It seems like he's the impact player, if you will, Zane Stock on this defense. Getting in there, it seemed like he was uncovered yet again, just getting into the backfield and causing havoc for Belle Vernon.
That he was, and not sure if that's blown blocking on Belle Vernon or if that's the right blocking and they just didn't pick up Zane Stock on the blitz there, which is possible. He's the defensive end for Trinity. As Jared Hartman back in the I formation. 4 down linemen for Trinity. Over the middle of the field. This is going to be complete there on the pass there to Hunter Rukanen.
And we haven't seen much passing from Logan Hartman here, or excuse me, Jared Hartman here today. I'm getting Logan Frogner in there, and Jared Hartman's name switched up, but nonetheless, Jared Hartman throws a pass right over to the middle of the field and moves the sticks.
A good pass there and a good catch by Hunter Rukanen. Jared Hartman in the I formation. A handoff up the middle to Callaway, and Callaway will gain about 3 on the play.
And Callaway trying to do exactly what his other teammates have been doing here tonight, just rush right up the middle of the field, try to break up Trinity's interior of their defense. Could not, though, as he only picked up, as you mentioned, Anthony, about 3.
Second down and 7 for the Leopards. 4:50 to go here in the first half. As 10 seconds on the play clock, Jared Hartman looking to the sideline for a new play. As Hartman looking to pass, he's going to go up the middle of the field here and will gain about 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, that's a smart play there from Jared Hartman. Realized he didn't have anybody downfield and just tucks it and runs right up the middle. As you see here, it kind of looked like they were trying to do a different play, trying to change the play at the line of scrimmage, something that you normally see at the collegiate level or even the pros at the line of scrimmage. But I guess nothing really worked out on that one. He just had to take the hit right at the line of scrimmage.
As Hartman
also on the scoreboard, 695.
in the shotgun look here. There'll be 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. 3rd down and 5. Hartman passes it over. That one is complete and a first down at the 45-yard line. And for number 14, Derek Thomas.
Yeah, more passing plays working in favor of Belle Vernon. Now they're trying to get their feet underneath them in the passing game. They know that they can in the the run game. As you see there on the outside, Jared Hartman finds his intended receiver across those sticks and moving the chains.
This will be first down and 10. They're going to give him an extra yard to the 46-yard line. As you see there, Derek Thomas, the one who made the catch, standing on the sideline now, sitting this play out. Pistol look here for Hartman. Hartman handing off to Callaway. Callaway running over his own player, gets to the outside, he has a lane. Callaway cutting it back inside now. going across the field. He's got green space, or this time desert space in front of him, and he will dive into the end zone for the Belle Vernon touchdown. What a run by Larry Calloway.
Most definitely had some blockers right in front of him, and big blocking down the field even for Belle Vernon allowed him to get into the end zone. We're going to see this touchdown replay yet again. Just the line of scrimmage, it seemed like Trinity had open players right in front of him, and he's going to push right up the middle of the field, kind of high-stepping a little bit, changing direction, moving players all around the field, and then was off to the races as number 4 for Trinity. That is Cole Bear, excuse me. I said the same thing he did as he gets into the end zone for a touchdown.
A big touchdown there for Belle Vernon as they make it 19-7, possibly looking here to extend it to 21 as they will go for 2. Mason Pasco, the sidecar to the far side. Hartman going to keep it himself up the middle, and he will be untouched for 2 points there. And the score now 21-7 with 3:09 to go here in the second quarter. We're going to keep it here. We're going to throw it to our sideline reporter, Dylan Goday, for the statewide.
Thanks, guys. Now we're going to take a look at the statewide rankings here in Pennsylvania for 3A. This Belle Vernon team is ranked 6th in the entire state there. They do have a conference rival, though, right ahead of them there at number 4, Thomas Jefferson. If Belle Vernon's able to stick out this game and get the win here tonight, that game later on in the season should be a huge matchup. 2 rivalry schools there, just like Belle Vernon and Trinity here tonight. That's a matchup you need to look out for later on. Thank you, guys. Back up to you guys.
And Danny, this is a touchdown here. A beautiful run there. Pushes this guy over as Larry Calloway. And I wish I could say green space, but it's not green here on this turf.
It most definitely is not. And you mentioned Dylan talking about those, I guess the statewide rankings. You saw 2 Big 9 conference teams right there in Belle Vernon and Thomas Jefferson. That really just solidifies the fact that this Big 9 conference is tough and unrelenting, if you will.
And I believe that's the Penn Live rankings there. They go across the entire state of all of this, I believe it's Quad A. It's Quad A here in the Big 9 conference. As Guess's punt away. And will be a touchback here for Trinity. As Danny will see Trinity possibly with Joey Caroli break it for another touchdown. Who knows?
Yeah, and with 3 minutes and 9 seconds left before halftime, you got to think in this situation, Trinity, you want to get back on the board as now Belle Vernon stretched their lead out to 2 scores. But nonetheless, now you just have to put your head down and grind it out. Joey Caroli, you mentioned, he's one of those guys that can really ignite a fire into this team, and you really just have to use that to their advantage.
I formation here for Dylan Kern as they start from the 20-yard line. Kern sending a man in motion, handing it off to Caroli. Caroli, as he will get taken down at the line of scrimmage. And great tackle there by Thomas on the play.
And that speed from Caroli sometimes not really working in his favor as he hits the guy and just bounces right back. You can see here, big hit there from number 14 from Belle Vernon. And that was Derek Thomas. Mentioned him on the last drive for Belle Vernon, just making his presence known on defense now.
And you're going to give Caroli a yard on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 9. As the Hillers go in a shotgun look here. As Kern will take the snap. And under a lot of pressure, gets it off to Caroli. Caroli to the outside and will gain about 2 on the play. We'll bring up 3rd down.
And those halfback screens, that allows at least 3 defenders for Trinity to just push right through the line of scrimmage, as you see here popping into your screen. And just getting over to Joey Caroli could not make anything happen up the outside of the field. It looked like they was kind of pushed over to the far side of the field, not really have enough space for him to get to work.
And number 66, Anthony Rebar, did a great job of containing Joey Caroli there, so he couldn't break it to the outside, and then he had some help as he only gained about 2 yards. Once again, the shotgun for Dylan Kern. Kern rolling to the near side. Under pressure, and he is sacked on the play at the 15-yard line by big number 56, Logan Petrosky.
Yeah, Logan Petrosky just getting into the backfield on that one, leading this defense with 23 tackles, 4 sacks, and 2 fumble recoveries this season. And that really just solidifies it right there as he shed the block of number 54, Zane Stock, and making Zane Stock on the defensive side, on the same side, now he's being a force on offense. That one, though, just let him get past him.
Belle Vernon calling a timeout here. They have 2 remaining here in the first half with 2:07 to go. A 4th down here. And thank you all for watching here live on PCN. And you can snap yourself here at PCN's Game of the Week if you're here live. Check out the filter and you can send your Snapchats to PCN TV. Again, you can use Snapchat and be on PCN.
I'm a big fan of Snapchat. I'm a big fan. I like to use Snapchat here once in a while. And since we did PCN last year, excuse me, we followed their Snapchat. At least I do. I don't know if you do, Anthony.
I don't remember if I do or not.
It's a good thing. Yeah, why not? Why not follow PCN TV?
Also, you can follow them on Twitter. They have a Twitter feed as well, and they post wherever they're going, kind of like TV does. As this punt is away, and it's returnable there, and it gets to the 33-yard line in Trinity territory as we tease our Twitter now at CUTV_PA. Give PCN a like and give CUTV a like.
Yeah, and you mentioned Twitter. I know Dylan Godet, our sideline reporter, is a big fan of Twitter. As always, he's a Twitter bug, if you like to call it. But and Anthony, you're starting to get into the Twitter game a little bit.
I do. I mean, I dabble in the Twitter game, but Dylan is our social media director here at CUTV. He runs a lot of the Twitter accounts. Speaking of Twitter, go on to CUTV_PA and vote. Vote on what you want Dylan Godet to eat at halftime, live on camera.
I mean, pepperoni roll was winning at least the last time. A lot of choices from this concession stand at Belle Vernon.
A penalty flag here. There's 2 on the play. We'll see what this is, who this is on. Illegal substitution on Belle Vernon. It's a 5-yard penalty. It'll stay first down.
And on that one, you really have to try to limit those plays as now you're giving Trinity some more space to work with. Excuse me, now you're pushing back Belle Vernon a little bit more. But hey, try to X those out as soon as you possibly can in the game.
And those Twitter handles I was talking about for PCN is at PCN TV. And then the engineering department at PCN Tech will post pictures of where their satellite truck is as well for their high school football games of the week. As this one to Pasco on an end around. Pasco up the middle, and we'll get tabletop there as he gains about a yard on the carry.
I've been seeing some big hits here tonight. It just kind of seems like it's the theme of the night, as just trying to get this run game started. We're going to take a look here on the replay, trying to kind of backpedal a little bit and then move upfield, and that's where Trinity takes him down. Picks up a few yards that they lost on that flag the last play.
Gains a yard on the play. As it'll be 2nd down and 14 with 1:25 to go here in the first half. A handoff is actually going to keep it himself, but he's going to lose about a yard. It looks like going to bring up 3rd down and 15 once again.
And that was great containment there from Trinity at the line of scrimmage, as it looked like Jared Hartman was trying to pull the ball out and run it himself. You can see here on the replay, Trinity just bursting right through and then staying with the tackle. I believe that was number 58, Jared Rice, yet again in the backfield for Belle Vernon.
3rd and 15, under a minute to go here in the first half. Hartman handing it off up the middle, and he has a hole as he gets about 3 to 4 yards shy of the first down is Mason Pasco.
And Pasco has some speed, as now Belle Vernon is forced to take a timeout.
And Belle Vernon taking a timeout here. They have 1 timeout left. And Danny here, what do you do if you're Belle Vernon? Do you go for it here on 4th down here, 4th and 5?
I probably would. Really just create some space in between you and Trinity at this point in the game. I know it still is 38 seconds left before halftime, but to go into the halftime break with a smile on your face and up on the scoreboard, that is very big for Belle Vernon, as they're just trying to keep this momentum going, trying to move to 6-0 on the season at home, homecoming. Why not? Go for it.
And Belle Vernon wanting to go 6-0. They want to stay in that first place spot. And Franklin Regional is kind of on their heels, as well as Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah, they definitely are. And Thomas Jefferson, you mentioned, they're definitely on their heels. They're just going to keep him competing. We'll get some scores at halftime. I'll put this out as this is live here today, something we don't normally do, but why not? It's PCN.
We go live?
Well,
on YouTube.
Yeah. No, I agree.
This is just live on television, on cable. It's just as big as Hartman hands it off up the middle to Pasco, and Pasco will not get the first down. He'll be about a yard short.
So now Trinity flipping the script, and 33 seconds left. We really haven't seen much of a passing game out of Trinity thus far. One interception already into the arms of Belle Vernon earlier on in this contest. But in this situation, you got to draw up some plays that can get you big chunks of yards quick and use those timeouts to your advantage.
We'll see what Trinity decides to do with 33 seconds left. As they go I formation here. Joey Caroli, the tailback. Dylan Kern looking to pass over to the outside, and he will be taken down at the 37-yard line.
And it looks like Trinity's head coach has not called a timeout yet, shaking his head as the clock continues to run.
As another pass play across the sticks is complete there to number 82 for Trinity, Desan Mary.
And now they will call a timeout, stopping the clock. Two of the same plays that look like from the line of scrimmage from Trinity. You got to be thinking now, what do you draw up?
With 9 seconds left, there's not much you can draw up here with needing to get quite a few more yards to even get close to the end zone, as they're still in their own territory. You could try throwing a long ball, or you could try throwing it out of bounds real quick down the field. See what you can do there.
Yeah, it was really, if there's nothing out there, definitely don't want to force a pass, because then if Belle Vernon is right there and intercepts it, then you're just giving the momentum right back to Belle Vernon. It kind of seems like it's neutral at this point. Scoreboard saying otherwise, but Trinity got the ball right back on a 4th down conversion that was failed from Belle Vernon. So Trinity just trying to execute at this point.
The 1st and 10 from the 42 in Trinity territory, as they go once again to the I formation. Joey Caroli in the backfield. As it's a handoff to Caroli. Caroli up the middle, and he will not get enough for the first down, as a timeout here finally at the 2-second mark at the 49-yard line is Trinity.
And you wouldn't normally see a run play, with 9 seconds left before a halftime break. But when you have Joey Caroli in your backfield, why not draw something up like that? And Trinity's head coach now has to be thinking a long pass. You mentioned the long ball. You might be seeing a Hail Mary, a 3-wide receiver set to near side or far side, and just spray and pray, I guess you could say.
As I would assume they would hand it off to Joey Caroli at the middle, because they know if he could break it free, there could be a touchdown, and then it would be halftime. And they would go into the locker room down, but only down by hopefully 7 points. As they got 2nd and 1, but 2 seconds left on the clock. So the first down sticks really are not a factor right now. As Dylan Kern has a doubles look here. 2 receivers on either side of the field, with Joey Caroli, the sidecar to his left. Kern with 2 seconds, sending a man in motion to the near side. Throws 3 wide. Looking to pass, under pressure, evades a tackler. Has to evade another one as he gets sacked on the play there by number 70, Colin Pelota. And Brandon Roach was on there as well.
Yeah, big defensive play there on the defensive line, and that really did not allow Trinity to get any momentum at all, as Dylan Kern just was forced to just tuck the ball and hit the turf.
We're still on the field here as the clock's at 0 as the referees are discussing something here. And if it's a penalty on a defense, Danny, they get an untimed down here. I didn't see a penalty flag fly, though.
I didn't either.
We'll see what the official will say here. Belle Vernon walking towards their locker room. The referees still discussing. Personal foul on the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty and a first down. It'll be a second down. It'll be an untimed down. First down on an untimed down.
So now just marching right up the field. Now they have it at, I believe, the 34-yard line, and in great field position now for Trinity in a situation where you really could throw a Hail Mary and get it to pay off. We're going to see what they draw up, though, here.
First and 10 from the Belle Vernon 34. As we see Dylan Kern head back to the Trinity huddle. Belle Vernon with some deep men back, trying to prevent anything long. And a timeout here called by Belle Vernon, Danny.
And it's just back and forth, calling timeouts. You have them, why not use them? I guess that's the mindset from both teams. But nonetheless, now Trinity has some more time to think about what they're going to draw up, and Belle Vernon has more time to draw up a plan of how to stop it.
Clocks are at zeros, yet we're still playing football here because of the Belle Vernon penalty. And Danny, the last untimed down I think we saw was last week at Connellsville.
Yes, yeah, that is correct. I was directing, so it doesn't really ring a bell. I was kind of just focused on switching cameras.
It was either Connellsville or it was the California Slippery Rock game.
Yes, most definitely it was. I'm not sure. The last untimed down that I remember, at least, was on High School Roundup when Dylan Godet broke down a West Virginia play, and that resulted in a team upsetting a higher-ranked team. So I don't really see untimed downs normally in football. You don't normally see a flag at the end of a play, I guess you could say, towards halftime.
I know I saw it last week. I just can't remember which one it was. It might have been both. Who knows?
Yeah.
As it's going to be a roll to the near side, looking to pass over the middle to Joey Caroli, and Caroli, spin move there, will get taken down to the 15-yard line, and that's not going to do it, as we'll be halftime here. 21-7, Belle Vernon leading, as we're going to keep it here for the halftime show here. We're going to send it to our third man here, Dylan Godet, for a special report.
Thanks, guys. Tonight is a special night here in Belle Vernon, as it is homecoming night here for the Leopards. So at halftime tonight, we'll get a presentation and actually crown the king and queen. And also, the homecoming dance is actually scheduled for after the game, so that should be exciting as well. And a little teaser here. See behind me, see the concession stand there. I have a special concession stand score tonight. I will be, there's actually a Twitter poll out there right now, what I will be taste testing here at halftime. I think pepperoni roll is in the lead, so stay tuned for that as well, as I'll be eating the concession stand food while we do the concession stand score, as well as look forward to Trinity. We may have a Trinity coach come get an interview as well, and maybe, as we mentioned there with the homecoming king and queen, we may get an interview with them there between the third and fourth quarter. So back up to you guys.
And you're going to see here Trinity having the band performance here. We're going to keep it here so you can watch the Trinity Hillers marching band. Belle Vernon will not be performing, though. They performed at pregame. However, we will cover the Belle Vernon homecoming for you all. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the sights and sounds of the Trinity Hillers marching band.
Champion and 15-time Bands of America Regional Champion.
TV up. PCN. I know that.
Trinity will open their halftime show this evening with Seize the Day. Drum major Sierra Herman is your band rep. Performing their 2017 program, New Beginnings, the Trinity Area School District is proud to present the Trinity High School Marching Band. Their performance this evening with the popular Journey song, Don't Stop Believin'.
Miss Kira Bach. Miss Alexis Nicole Demko is the daughter of Jason Demko and Lisa Demko of Rostraver. She is being escorted by her father, Jason. Lexi is a high honor student and a member of MIC SAD, the Interact Club, PE Club, Friends First Club, and Prom Committee. Lexi has been a part of the girls' high school soccer team for 4 years, where she is a 4-year starter and letterman. She was chosen for all sections 3 out of her 4 years. In her senior year, she was chosen team captain. Lexi plans to attend a 4-year college and major in pediatric nursing. Miss Alexis Nicole Demko. Miss Aaliyah Marie King is the daughter of Jeffrey King and Bridget Marie Ross of North Belle Vernon. Aaliyah's escort this evening is her uncle Matthew Ross. Aaliyah has been involved in marching band since her freshman year and plays the alto saxophone. Aaliyah has also been a part of Interact Club, basketball, and track throughout her 4 years. After school, she plans on going into the Army and continuing her education in the military. Miss Aaliyah Marie King. Miss Taylor Nicole Kovach is the daughter of Daniel and Kimberly Kovach of Rostraver. Her escort this evening is her father, Daniel. Taylor is a member of National Honor Society, the Interact Club, and PE Club. She lettered in basketball all 4 years. Taylor participated in the girls' basketball Greb League and AAU basketball. She lettered in track and field all 4 years, as well as cross country her senior year. Taylor's future plans are to play the 2017 Belle Vernon Area Senior High School Homecoming Queen is Miss Aaliyah King. On behalf of the class of 2018, congratulations, Miss King. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for the homecoming queen, Miss Aaliyah
That's up the
King.
halftime festivities here. Now we have Trinity coach and administrator here, Coach Urim. Coach, what does it mean to have your school's football team broadcasted on statewide television?
That means a lot to us. We work hard not only academically but also athletically. It's great to be represented.
I understand that Trinity also has some partnerships with Cal U. Can you explain those to us?
Yeah, currently we are doing a college and a high school model with Cal U. It's a great opportunity for our students. We're able to get college credit while they're in high school working towards their high school degree. Then also as they get older and go to college, they're able to have that college credit. So it's a huge initiative in our school.
Awesome. That's an awesome opportunity for the kids there. And since you're a coach as well, what do you guys need to do here to get back in this one in the second half?
Second half, we need to stick to our game plan. We need to keep doing what we're doing. Can't make so many mistakes when we line up. Other than that, we just keep playing and we'll be okay.
Okay. Thank you, Coach, and thank you for that. Best of luck in the second half. And that should do it here. Excuse.
Save preset 1 for Cal U's best music. More music in the car, more music in the door, more music everywhere. This is 91.9 WCAL Power 92. The home of the Vulcan Nation. Playing Cal U's best music. 91.9 WCAL. WCAL Power 92.
Welcome back to Ross Draver, Pennsylvania, here at Belle Vernon Area High School, where the Belle Vernon Leopards lead 21-7 over the Trinity Hillers. Welcome back into PCN and CUTV. I'm Anthony D'Agostino. Alongside me is Danny Beck. And Danny, had a great first half, but first, before we get to you, we're going to go to Dylan Godet with the stats.
Thank you again to Coach Urim there for Trinity. If you're going back and watch this, thank you for getting an interview with us here at CUTV. But for Belle Vernon, the story all night is, I'm sure Anthony and Danny has explained, is their ground game. They're well over 100 yards on the night on the ground. 3 touchdowns as well from 3 different players there for Belle Vernon. That gives them that 21-0 lead. And Belle Vernon, though, as well, has picked up 6 penalties. So if that's something here in this second half, they need to limit those to try to get back in this, to try to keep this lead, because if these penalties continue, we've seen this time and time again, that this Trinity team can fight back. As well for Trinity, they have been on the ground all game long. From start to finish, they've started on the ground, and it's been led by number 3, Caroli there. He's been the one glimmer of hope for this Trinity offense. Let's see if he can continue that on in the second half. I'm going to send it back up to you guys, Anthony and Danny.
And welcome back here. Thank you for that, Dylan Godet. As Belle Vernon back here, 21-7, as you heard the stats there from Dylan Godet. And Danny, it was a great first half, had some huge runs here, and had some that were taken back through the penalties.
Yeah, and Belle Vernon started off hot, and they could not keep that going on later on to the contest. We're going to take a look at these highlights now, as Trinity on their first possession of the game fumbled the ball and gave Belle Vernon an opportunity to get hot, and right here, that's what Belle Vernon did, and getting into the end zone, putting more points up on the board. And now Trinity trying to answer back any way they possibly can. We're going to see here actually a blocked kick, a blocked extra point, and that's how the game got started underway. But Anthony, as I mentioned, both of these teams, they're really sticking on the ground. We mentioned a few times that Trinity, this is why they don't really want to go through the air, because Belle Vernon will make them pay right here, as you're going to see a big interception there from Nolan Labuda, and his sister, I believe, was in the homecoming court. We heard Labuda in the homecoming court. So both doing well, one on defense and one on the field for homecoming. But yeah, Anthony, it's just a run game. It just seems like both of these teams are a run-dominant team. And you just saw right there Mason Pascoe getting in the end zone for the touchdown. He's just a beast there. And then you're going to see the other side of the spectrum, Trinity's beast, and that's Joey Caroli, just running so fast. By the time you react to it, he's already past you, and then you're diving at him, and you're not going to make the tackle. Yeah, without a doubt, and his speed helping Trinity kind of get back into this one, if you will. I mean, it's only 21-7, so there's still some more time as we have the entire second half. But as you mentioned, Mason Pascoe, just crafty running, doing something, taking a page right out of Joey Caroli's book, and getting into the end zone using his legs. This one actually is Larry Calloway. He also has got some legs there and was able to go. He was on the outside part of the field and then cut it back inside to go to the near sideline, and was able to get in the end zone for the touchdown. As you see our CUTV High School Game of the Week schedule, we're here at Belle Vernon live on PCN. Next week, Rochester is at California. Then on October 20th, Newcastle at Ringgold. And then October 27th, the last CUTV Game of the Week, Washington at Best Center. But Danny, next week is a show me something game for California. They're undefeated in their conference. It most definitely is, and California is up big in their contest this week. It's interesting to see every single week. You see the yellow moving down the schedule. It's crazy that we're already this far into the football season, high school football season. My favorite season of the year. Basketball is close second, but just covering these games, going to different high schools, it's one of my favorite memories. Well, you saw our Game of the Week. PCN also does Games of the Week. That's why you're watching this one live on that channel. And PCN brings you all the football action this season with live Games of the Week each Friday at 7 p.m. You can go to PCNTV.com/football for the complete schedule. Next Friday, they're going to be at Mount Carmel, where Lewisburg takes on Mount Carmel. And that is all courtesy of Mount Carmel TV, and that'll be on PCN next week. Yeah, it's always something cool to see. I mean, if you're sitting at home, you can watch games from the Whippeal. You can watch games from all over the entire state. Something interesting that PCN does, and shedding light on these young athletes. It's always cool. I'm sure it's not even a weight on their shoulders for these teams, because, just going out there and having fun like every other Friday. Yeah, definitely, and it's something we've been proud to be a part of for a very long time here at CUTV, being able to be put on PCN. As we're about ready to get started here at the second half, Trinity looks like they'll be getting the ball to start the second half, Danny. And you mentioned that this partnership with PCN, this is the second year in a row, actually, that Anthony and I are doing this call together. It's always something cool. And Anthony, we don't really broadcast together normally for Vulcan games. It's kind of you and Dylan, or you and Steve, and then me and Colin Kirkwood in the mix as well, as he's watching from home in Millersburg, Pennsylvania. Got to give a shout out. Yeah, shout out to Colin. And he'll actually have a on the field, hopefully, if everything goes well, on the field, I guess, sideline reporting, similar to how Dylan Godet is at his own high school, Millersburg High School. So we're going to see. Hopefully that'll be pretty cool for High School Roundup this week. Well, speaking of High School Roundup, one of our members of CUTV, Ryan Kaufman, was mentioned that he'd be down on the field doing highlights of this game for different angles and more close-up angles for our High School Roundup show as well. And I'm sure we'll talk about that more as this show progresses today, as that kickoff goes into the end zone for a touchback for the Trinity Hillers. That's the second time that Cole Bears wanted to take it out of the end zone and didn't look down. His feet were in the end zone. So nonetheless, now that's going to set up their first drive from the 20-yard line. But, Trinity trying to get off the right foot, get started on the right foot, rather, in the second half of play, get some more points up on the board for this Hillers team. And speaking of Ryan Kaufman, I see him down on the field right now at the near side 20-yard line, getting some highlights for us down on the on field level. So thank you to him for that for our High School Roundup show. As a handoff up the middle, gets about 2 yards for Joey Caroli, bring up second down and 8. called him an impact player earlier on in this game. Joey Caroli, trying to get him started in the second half of play. Just a nice little run right up the middle, pick up about 2 yards on the play. You can see here on the replay. Just putting his head down, trying to push forward. And that opens, you like to see this if you're an offensive coordinator, short runs on the first few plays of a possession, because that really opens up opportunities for your passing game to get underway.
As it's going to be the I formation once again here. On the far side of the field for Trinity is Colbert, as he will be the one in motion. And a pitch toss to the outside to Joey Caroli. Caroli to the outside, and he will get wrapped up immediately there by Don Dongili, it looked like.
Yeah, great just pursuit on that one, keeping his eye on Joey Caroli, pushing him to the outside, making him lose quite a few yards on that play. We're going to take a look at the replay. You're going to see number 25 shoot up out of the corner of your screen right there and just take Joey Caroli right down to the yard. It seems like when they wrap up Joey Caroli and not allow him to get any space in front of him, the Trinity Hillers just kind of fizzle out, and Belle Vernon gets the ball right back.
3rd and 13 for the Hillers here. As Joey Caroli has had some great runs, but Belle Vernon has also been able to answer that with some great defensive stops, as it's now a shotgun look for Dylan Kern. As Kern looking to pass, looking screen as he hits Joey Caroli, and Caroli can't go anywhere. Another great stop, this time by Brandon Roach for Belle Vernon.
Yeah, and Belle Vernon, that a halftime break, they really just were talking about containment, it seems like, at least, for Joey Caroli. And on the other side for the Hillers, maybe they're just saying, feed Joey Caroli, feed the beast, if you will. And Belle Vernon maybe had a little bit better of a pep talk, and that allowed nothing really to happen for Trinity.
Colbert for the Hillers back to punt. Logan Frogner back to receive for the Leopards. As this punt is away, end over end. And this one will just be downed by Trinity at the 45-yard line, Danny.
A pretty good punt there from Trinity as it goes to the other side of the field now. But nonetheless, Anthony, there's our Facebook page. And talking about Facebook, you are a huge fan of Facebook.
I am a huge fan of Facebook because I like that I can have more than 140 characters on my my posts there. Sometimes 140 characters isn't enough, and I like Facebook for that. And also, you can post longer videos on Facebook than Twitter. But other than that, Facebook and Twitter are pretty equal. But look at our Facebook page. We post a lot of our links and stuff from our YouTube page onto Facebook.
As well as our crew photos. We like to do something. That's something new, I believe. I don't think that we did it last year.
No, we did it.
We did?
Yeah.
So I guess they're a little bit more publicized this year, I guess you could say.
As Belle Vernon going to take over here on their own 45 in the I formation with Jared Hartman. As Hartman will hand it off up the middle to Pasco, and Pasco will get 2 yards on the carry.
And Pasco kind of stiff-armed his own player on that one. It looked like number 43, Dylan Haney, was just pushed right into the ground, honestly. It kind of looked like he went head first. We're going to see if they can see that on the replay as he tries to just push up right in the middle of the field. It kind of looked like he was even the fullback. We're going to see right there, he gets pushed right down, trying to move up the field, trying to pick up any yards he possibly can, only 1 on the play.
And it looked like Dylan Haney got in his way there, and he had to push him out of the way. It's going to be 2nd down and 9 for the Leopards. As a pass to the far side of the field is complete there, as he breaks the tackle and gets past the sticks. That is Derek Thomas on the play.
I was going to say he was keeping his feet moving, but it looked like he had one of his feet wrapped up, so he was just trying to hobble to the 1st down marker. We're going to see here a little bit of a low throw, picks it up and moves up the field, kind of catches it and runs. We're going to see right here just hopping forward, and he's going to get the ball across the 1st down marker and get some fresh, fresh sticks for Belle Vernon.
As they move now to the Trinity 45-yard line, a shotgun now for Jared Hartman. Hartman looking to pass over the middle, and a slant route is incomplete. Coaches want an interference call. Referees are not giving it to him.
Like number 35, Caleb Negley, might have gotten his hands on this one, maybe even a little bit of a tip at the line of scrimmage. But nonetheless, that's going to bring up a 2nd down for Belle Vernon.
2nd down and 10 for the Leopards. as Hartman is going to be back in the shotgun. Hartman sending a man in motion, will keep it himself on a delayed option, and he will get nowhere. It'll be third down.
Good containment yet again from Trinity on that option play. It kind of seems like Belle Vernon's options are not really working. There's no options there as Trinity is right there to gobble Hartman up in the backfield.
Third down and 10 for the Leopards. We'll see if they decide to go to the air here on this third down. Hartman going back in the shotgun with a doubles look here. Sending a man in motion. Looking to pass. Under pressure, flips it off to the middle of the field, and it is complete there to Pasco. It's going to be short by 3 yards as he gets to the 38-yard line.
Another halfback screen here you're going to see on the replay as Jared Hartman was pressured a little bit more than he probably would have liked to, as he had to throw that one quick over to Pasco. Trying to push up the field now. It's going to bring up a fourth down.
They're going to stay on the field here and take the I formation. 4th and 3. 7:02 to go. As the play clock to 2. Gets it off, under pressure, gets away from that tackle, but will not get away from that one, as once again it is number 54, Zane Stock, on the tackle. And we're going to throw it real quick to our correspondent Dylan Godet for our CUTV Concession Stand Award.
Thank you, guys. And yes, we do have a special concession stand score reveal show. The Twitter poll has ended with a pepperoni roll. And I must say, high quality pepperoni roll. 9.8 score there for Belle Vernon.
And there you see Joey Caroli with a pass. He's got a man open, and it is complete there. What a play on a trick play. This is Cole Bear into the end zone for the Hillers. Touchdown, Danny.
And there are no laundry out there on the field, so he's going to get into the end zone untouched. And what a trick play there, Anthony. We might be seeing a top play on High School Roundup.
Top play indeed. I'm the one who makes it, and I'm not going to tell you right now. This is going to be a top 3 play, no doubt. Joey Caroli just flips it up. Defenders were not even close there. They thought it was a run. They've been giving it to Joey Caroli every time. And this time he just flips it up to Cole Bear, and Bear takes it home.
And I was thinking about that pepperoni roll. That might be what Belle Vernon was thinking about,
yeah.
as they had turned their backs, and all of a sudden Cole Bear's right behind them.
It was a delicious pepperoni roll, I do say. As that kick is up and good. Trinity cuts it in half. 21-14, Belle Vernon leads with 6:40 to go here in the third quarter. Stay tuned for more high school football action here live on PCN and on CUTV.
Since 1937, the Student Association Incorporated, known as SAI, has served the CalU student body by providing activities, programs, and services. Every enrolled student has the ability to take part in over 125 different clubs and organizations. Managing participation in every SAI activity is easy with OrgSync, a powerful tool for staying connected. Located 1 mile from campus, the SAI farm has 94 acres of meeting and recreational space. SAI, it's your student association.
And welcome back to Belle Vernon's James Weir Stadium here in Ross Draver, Pennsylvania, as Dante Cicchini on the kick here. This one will be returnable there by Frogner as he cuts it to the inside and will go out of bounds at the 25-yard line. And Danny, break down this play.
And Joey Caroli, you're going to see here a little bit of a pitch, nothing out of the sorts. It kind of seemed like that's what they were running this entire game. And then all of a sudden, he drops back and throws it to a wide open Colbert, as you mentioned. Good spiral on that one from Joey Caroli. Might have a future in being a quarterback as well.
I don't know about that.
Dual threat.
Dual threat maybe, but he's going to stay that running back and possibly be that trick play guy, I think. As Belle Vernon going to take on 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. As Hartman looking to pass, throws it over, and it's going to be complete there. And we'll get taken down out of the first down line by Logan Frogner. He will get a first down.
I mentioned Logan Frogner, a name that coming into this contest with 256 yards with 3 receptions for a touchdown this season. Guy that Trinity was really focused on coming into this one, as Frogner picks up the first down.
6:20 to go here in the third quarter. I formation for Jared Hartman. And he's going to hand it off up the middle of the field, and this is going to be a gain of 1 on the play for it looked like Logan Petrosky.
And that was Mason Pasco right up the middle of the field, putting his head down, trying to pick up some yards. We're going to see right here on the replay. Pasco's going to take it, try to find some space for himself. How quick he almost had a hole to the right side. Nonetheless, goes left and is met by a few Hillers.
2nd down and 9 at the 36-yard line for the Leopards. Pistol look as Hartman handing it off to Petrosky. Petrosky keeping his feet moving. He's got a lane to the inside. Petrosky stays in bounds and then takes out the referee on the sideline there. And going to be out of bounds at the Trinity 34-yard line.
That was actually Mason Pasco again, Anthony, on the outside, as given to Pasco right here, staying all the way to the left, finding some space in front of him. Yet again, some big blocks on the outside. That might have been where you saw Logan Petrosky, but as he tiptoes on the side and brings down the referee.
As the guy that made the tackle there is the referee there on the sideline, but he really couldn't get out of the way of that one. He had a right to be there. As Callaway on the same side of the field and gets taken out of bounds. It looks like he's about a yard short, maybe a few inches short at the 25-yard line. And he needed to get to the 19. Excuse me, the 24.
Trying to push forward yet again. They notice that they can take advantage of that left side of the field now from Mason Pasco on the last play. They give it right over to Larry Callaway. Has some space yet again up the field. And just, as you mentioned, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a little bit of a spot a little bit closer. It looked like he maybe bounced out to past the first down marker.
Pistol look here, as it's going to be another handoff to Callaway. Callaway up the middle, and he will get the first down at the 23-yard line.
And Callaway continuing his success from that last play. This time moves the chains and picks up a fresh set of downs for the Leopards. And they're just continuing to march right down the field.
1st and 10 from the 23 as the clock will start. Belle Vernon just driving down the field here with their run game with Pasco. I keep saying Petrosky. It's now gotten in my head, and I apologize for that. Mason Pasco and also Larry Callaway. As this is a designed quarterback keeper to the outside, and Hartman getting the first down at the 10-yard line.
And Jared Hartman showing some ball carrier skills as he just puts his head down and bowls over Trinity. We're going to see here on the replay. As you mentioned, Anthony, a designed quarterback keeper. And that time the option worked out to their advantage as number 21 for the Hillers, that is A.J. Morrow, takes down Hartman.
1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. They can get a first down without being in the end zone. As it's another pistol look here. A handoff to Callaway. Callaway getting up the middle and about 3 yards on the carry before getting taken down by Trinity.
A halfback draw on that play as Callaway, trying to find some space for himself and could not. And picked up about a gain of 2 on the play.
2nd down and 8 from the 8-yard line. It sounds like it should be 2nd and goal from the 8, but the sticks are still up. As it's another pistol look here with Mason Pasco in the backfield. As Pasco will take the handoff. Up the middle he goes, and he will get wrapped up and taken down at the 5-yard line. And it looked like that was Brett Shaver on the play as well.
You can hear the Let's Go Leps chants coming from the Belle Vernon fan sections down below us as Pasco is just trying to get into the end zone and keep this momentum going. Because now it looks like some targets for Jared Hartman are coming out to the field. Looks like a little bit of a taller set.
It's going to be 3rd and 5 for Belle Vernon. A shotgun look here for Hartman. Hartman going to keep it himself, and he won't go anywhere as the line collapsed around him, and Trinity with the sack.
Yeah, ferocious defensive line there for Trinity, stepping up when they needed them the most and tackling Jared Hartman. We're going to see this replay here. We're going to see maybe exactly who you can really pin that on, and it kind of just looked like they collapsed, honestly, as you mentioned, Anthony.
Player I saw was Jared Rice, number 58 for Trinity, getting in there, getting low, and kind of knocking Jared Hartman off balance there before the other 2 defenders came in. For the Hillers, they're going to stay on the field here. It's going to be 4th down and 6. And a pistol look here for Hartman. As Callaway to the outside. He's not going to get the 1st down, and there is a penalty flag.
That would be interesting because this is a big 4th down.
As the Belle Vernon coach in front of us wanted them to call a timeout, Danny.
Yeah, they definitely did. They didn't have the right play call in there. We're going to see what the referees call it.
Shot block on Belle Vernon. They're going to decline that. It's Trinity. And you're going to see possibly the shot block there. And no, that's not in your view screen. They were towards the middle of the field. But Trinity will take over on downs, Danny.
Yeah, that is big, as I alluded to before, just because of the fact that Belle Vernon had all the momentum, had the confidence going down the field, and then Trinity getting the ball right back. Not a good field position, but nonetheless, that's where their drive is going to start off at about the 4-yard line. So you got to be careful now if you're a Hiller.
1st and 10 from the 4. The I formation is Dylan Kern. Kern going to hand it off, and he's going to get tripped up on the play as Joey Caroli. And he won't gain a yard.
He will not, as it looked like he slipped up again. He did that earlier on in the game, kind of lost his footing, and this time almost the exact same thing we're going to see here. Trinity gives the ball off to Caroli and makes one cut, kind of stutter steps, and then hits the ground, puts his hand down, but nonetheless, then his entire body goes down to the turf.
2nd and 11, loss of 1 for Caroli. Looking to pass is Kern. Over to Bear. Bear spin move there, stutter steps, and gets to the 11-yard line.
Moving in the right direction now is Trinity. Now their passing game is kind of building some confidence back up. It seemed like after that first interception from Trinity, they're really not doing anything in the passing game. It kind of seemed like they were keeping it on the ground just because of the fact that they had Joey Caroli out there on the field. But after you throw an interception, you have to come back out there. You can't be scared to throw the ball on the next drive.
3rd and 2 from the 12-yard line. Again, the I formation coming here. Dylan Kern. Sending a man in motion, it's Colbert. Looking to pass. As he gets sacked on the play by number 51, Kirk Popolas.
That was a big play in the middle of the field by a big player. You see on there on the screen. As he just pushes right through Trinity's offensive line. See, I believe he's in the bottom of your screen. Actually, no, he's going to burst right in the middle of your screen, right lined up against the nose tackle.
And this will bring up a 4th down and 8. And they will have to punt here. Colbert back in the end zone to punt for the Hillers.
This punt might seem not too significant, but you got to keep focused here as you're in the end zone.
Labuda on the punt as that one almost blocked. Labuda looking to receive it, and he muffed it. And it's going to be Trinity ball at the 44-yard line.
And waking up the away fans on that play are the Hillers, as getting the ball right back on a interesting turn of events as now Trinity bringing their offense back out onto the field and try to move in the right direction. It could have been the play calls weren't the right, just because of the fact that they didn't have much yards to work with.
And that was Kyle Gonzalez picking that up. He was also the one sprinting down the field to get to Nolan Labuda. Labuda should have just called for a fair catch there. And it would have been better for him and the Belle Vernon Leopards, but alas, it's Trinity ball at the 44-yard line. As Kern will hand it off, and looks like Caroli will get nowhere and will actually lose 5 yards.
Kind of looks like Caroli just turned around and had a seat on that play, as quite a few Belle Vernon Leopards right in his face to meet him at the line of scrimmage. But this Joey Caroli, I mean, we mentioned before, the Joey Caroli show, it's really not being a show right now. He's not really moving in the right direction. But nonetheless, now I believe that will signal the end of the third quarter.
And that it will. At the end of the third quarter, Belle Vernon leads by a touchdown, 21-14 here live on PCN. We're going to keep it here, and we're going to go to our third man of the broadcast, Dylan Godet, for an interview with Belle Vernon's newest homecoming queen.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with newly elected homecoming queen, Aaliyah King. And Aaliyah, how does it feel to win homecoming queen for your school? Excuse me.
It feels good. It was a surprise. I have the band supporting me, and it was different.
Speaking of the band, what are some activities you're involved with here at Belle Vernon?
Interact, mostly the band. I spent 4 years with the band, so it's been good.
That's awesome. What are your future plans? I know you're a senior. What are your future plans, college or military? What is it?
I plan on going to the military after high school and continuing my education in military.
That's awesome. Congratulations again on being named queen. Best of luck to you.
All right, thank you.
Back up to Anthony and Danny.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Dylan. As you see there, the Belle Vernon band, the newly elected homecoming queen. Had big support from the band there, and she's also going into the military, Danny. So I'd like to thank her for her service as she's going into the military.
That always, I mean, for my graduation at least, everybody in the crowd that was graduating is going into the military. Everybody stood up, standing ovation for everybody. That's always good to see going into the military. So tip of a cap to her, I guess you could say.
2nd and 14 for the Hillers here as we're back to live action. I formation, look for Dylan Kern. As he has 10 seconds on the play clock. Kern handing off to Caroli. Caroli to the outside, cutting it inside. Now he's got a lane. Caroli getting to the first down sticks, and he will be taken out of bounds at the 45-yard line. That's a yard more than the first down sticks required.
And it seems like when Joey Caroli has some space, he gets to work. And that's just really what Trinity is going to have to utilize, his ability to just work upfield. They're drawing these plays where he's just going right at Belle Vernon's defense. He likes to go around them, jump over them, anything he possibly can do to get some more yards. And on that play, you saw it there. His speed and agility allowed him to pick up a first down.
1st and 10 from the Leopard 45-yard line. I formation once again for Kern. As Kern handing off to Caroli up the middle. Caroli breaking tackles, still on his feet, hitting his own player and getting taken down at the 27-yard line, and a big first down gain for the Trinity Hillers.
And I'm not sure if his own teammates got out of his way. You might be seeing pay dirt, as you can see right here on your screen. Broke a tackle, bumps into one guy, kind of playing a little bit of pinball, bumps off another guy, working up the field. But nonetheless, another first down next to Joey Caroli's name.
Sorry, he's going to be talking with number 4 there, Cole Bear, saying, excuse me, sir, I'd like to get a touchdown, please.
Yeah.
Please get out of my way next time. As Kern in the I formation, hand off to the fullback this time, and he's going to get some yards on this carry, getting to the 24-yard line.
Mark that about a gain of 4 on the play. So switching it up a little bit. You mentioned giving to the fullback. So just keeping really Belle Vernon guessing is Trinity at this point.
2nd and 7 for the Hillers. Another I formation look. That's Tanner Hudak, the fullback. Joey Caroli, the running back, as it's going to be a pass to the near side. Incomplete and overthrown as he was looking for Dawson Mary.
Just overshooting his target right there was Dylan Kern. But, you know, this passing game I mentioned, they really haven't gotten started, so they really haven't, I guess, got any momentum going underneath them, so they don't really have any back and forth action. You don't have somebody that they can look at and as a target. So it's kind of at this point, they're just trying to throw out whatever they can.
As Kern going to be in the shotgun now with Joey Caroli, the sidecar to the far side. 3 receivers for the Hillers. As it's going to be a handoff to Caroli. Caroli up the middle, breaking tackles again, and getting across the 15-yard line to the 13.
He's a tackle-breaking machine, and on that run, he really just flexed his muscle working up the field. We're going to see this replay, how many tackles he exactly broke. There's 2 arm tackles, 3rd, 4th, and then he gets taken down by a 5th. Nonetheless, Joey Caroli helping his offense move the ball down the field strategically just on consecutive runs.
Trinity trying to mount this comeback after being down 13-0. 2 men in motion. 2 men in motion. This is a flag. And Trinity just not going back to getting set. That's easily avoidable, Danny. You just got to get reset and then send the 1 man in motion.
Yeah, lack of communication on that one. You mentioned Belle Vernon's coaches in front of us. They were saying 2 men in motion, putting their hands up in the air, and that's exactly what it is.
They're going to call it a false start, but it also is an illegal motion there, as it's a 1st down and 15.
1st down and 15 following the penalty.
You don't want to give any, I guess, free momentum to Belle Vernon in this situation either. Now they're pushed back a little bit more. It's still manageable, 1st and 15, but nonetheless, they were moving in the right direction now that they're halted their progress a little bit.
Empty backfield as he sends Joey Caroli out. He's going to keep it himself. Kern up the middle, and will get tackled at the 14-yard line. A gain of 6.
So picking up what they just lost on that last play, on that 1 quarterback keeper right up the middle of the field. We're going to take a look at this replay now. Clear designed run from the quarterback, kind of spreading everybody out from the outside, and almost looked like Dylan Kern could have stayed on his feet. And right there, number 56 for Belle Vernon got in there and broke that up.
Also, you have to mention Brandon Roach, number 30 for Belle Vernon, had him around the ankles, making sure he couldn't keep running as well. As Kern looking to pass, as he's under pressure, and a holding possibly coming here, as this is going to be complete for a touchdown if there's no holding call. However, I think this one's coming back, Danny.
Yeah, most definitely is coming back out there on the left side of your screen. We're going to take a look at the replay after this. Pretty clear.
He almost was sacked on this play.
Most definitely was. I believe it's right at the top of the screen. It'll come around right there. You're going to see it. I believe number 51 is going to be held from Belle Vernon, impeding his progress. You cannot do that, as Trinity now, they had an open guy in the end zone, could have scored if they didn't get called on the holding.
This will back them up even farther now. It's going to be 2nd and 28 for the Trinity Hillers, as they have to get to the 4-yard line for a 1st down. As Dylan Kern sending a man in motion is Joey Caroli. Rolling to the near side, looking to pass across his body. It is going to be complete there to Tanner Hudak. And Hudak getting taken out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
And Hudak picking up quite a few yards. Yet again, it kind of seems like they get a penalty called on them, and then the next play they pick those yards, excuse me, that they lost back right up yet again. Kind of looked like a weird pass. It looked like he threw that up to the moon, and it came right back into Tanner Hudak's arms.
Not something you usually want to do, throwing across your body after rolling to the other side of the field. But it worked there for the Hillers, as they get a few yards back, and it's going to be 3rd down and 16. As it's a shotgun look here for Dylan Kern as he sends a man in motion. Looking to pass, under pressure, rolls to the outside, and he stays on his feet. There's a flag on the play, and he slides and gets hit hard. And another flag coming in late. A bunch of flags coming in now. Flags raining all over the field. I don't think a referee has a flag left.
And on that play, I was blocked from seeing it. There's a post right in front of me, Anthony. You could see that. I was trying to look over at the box at the same time. But yeah, I believe that's going to be called on Will Edgar for Trinity, for at least the first flag on holding. Kind of seemed like he was just trying to keep his quarterback in the pocket, but nonetheless.
There's 2 fouls. Blocked below the waist on the offense, and a personal foul on the defense. Those penalties will offset, and then it will replay 3rd down.
No damage done here, but we're going to see on the outside, number 69 right there, you're going to see he was held a little bit even more, kind of even grabbed his jersey, excuse me. And now I'm going to be able to see this hit. Kind of looked like he slid. Oh, yeah, his head jerked right back.
Danny, would you say in the NCAA, would that be considered targeting, leading with the diving towards the quarterback there?
You know, I don't know. That's the gray area.
Yeah.
You know, you always see that. It's kind of debatable in certain situations. Really, he was sliding. He was trying to just pick up the yards. He wasn't really trying to gain anything else.
Which means he's a defenseless player because he's a quarterback.
Yes, that is correct. And there's a lot of rules in place to protect quarterbacks,
Yeah.
and I agree with most of them, but I'm not sure I would call targeting in that situation.
A handoff, and it's looking to be a pass, and it will be to the end zone, double coverage, and it is intercepted, but it's incomplete. He was out of bounds when he caught the ball. That'll bring up 4th down. I think Belle Vernon knew that play was coming when they saw Colbert rolling to the far side with the ball, not looking like he was going to run.
See, and they have that advantage now of utilizing actually, no, that wasn't Joey Caroli. I was going to say that was Colbert on the play, the one who actually received the pass from Joey Caroli on that touchdown play. But utilizing quite a few guys out there on the field is Trinity, where they can really disguise it as a run and then drop back in the pocket and throw it.
It's going to bring up 4th and 16 for the Hillers. And a ball placed at the 20-yard line. 10 seconds on the play clock as they're still in the huddle, and they finally break huddle here. As Dylan Kern's got to hurry, it's 4 seconds now. And he gets it off, looking to pass. Airing it, and it's going to be complete there. And they're going to see where he was out of bounds and where they spot the ball. That was number 24, Jared Embert. I think they're going to give him a 1st down.
No, I do not believe they're going to give him a 1st down. They're going to give Belle Vernon the 1st down. Kind of a little bit of a jawing after that play. Interesting play call. We're going to see here what took place.
And we don't have the replay just yet of that, but I did see that he did extend the ball. Couldn't see from my vantage point if he extended it past the 1st down sticks. And you're going to see here on this replay angle, there's the 1st down sticks. He's not out of bounds yet. Now he is. I think he's got the 1st down, Danny.
I probably would concur with that. Kind of looks like he stuck the ball across those 1st down markers, and it didn't happen. I guess they're just giving Belle Vernon the ball right back. So interesting turn of events. Gives now the Leopards the ball back yet again.
A handoff here, and he's not going to get anywhere on the play, and he's actually going to lose a yard there. Trinity excited about that one as Pascoe couldn't find the hole.
Ball never lies, as they always like to say, so a bit of negative yardage picked up there on that play. Maybe he did pick up the 1st down. Just trying to push right up in the middle of Trinity's defensive line and could not as they were stuffed.
As they break their huddle, Jared Hartman in the pistol. A handoff to Pascoe. Pascoe to the outside and gets tripped up at the 10-yard line. And that was number 21, A.J. Morrow on the play on the tackle.
You can hear the gasps up here in the press box as Pascoe almost broke that one yet again over to the right side of the field, now the far side. just was tripped up as he slid a little bit on his arms.
3rd down and 6 from the 9-yard line. 7:25 to go here in the contest. As Jared Hartman in the shotgun. 4 receivers. Setting a man in motion. Looking to pass. Across the field, it is complete, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. And it'll be a 1st down and 10. A penalty flag, though, on the 5-yard line.
Let's see here if we can see a possible penalty. Cannot see from that replay.
I think it's going to be on Belle Vernon. As somebody was moving in motion, somebody was asking the referee if they were in the right spot, and he moved as well. It is an illegal shift on Belle Vernon, and that's exactly what I saw. He asked the referee who was in the right spot. He moved back, and as he moved back, Hartman sent a man in motion, and that's the illegal shift.
Yeah, that's a little bit of communication, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Trinity, the exact same thing happened with 2 guys in motion. You just have to talk and make your actions known out there on the field.
And on that play, if you're Belle Vernon, you ask the referee right away, am I in the right spot? You wait, and then you send the man in motion, and that's partly on the quarterback, partly on the wide receiver there. As Hartman handing it off this time, up the middle is Pascoe, and Pascoe's got 1 man to beat, and he does not beat him. He gets to the 20-yard line, which is enough for a 1st down, though.
Yeah, moving those sticks is Belle Vernon. Now they have a little bit more space to work with on offense. Both teams, their passing games, other than the last touchdown scored from Trinity, their passing games really haven't got off the ground. And I guess that's a pun because they haven't got off the ground. They're still running the ball this entire game, and on that one, Belle Vernon picking up the 1st down via the legs.
Belle Vernon with wheels on the ground, as they say, and it's 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Hartman in the shotgun. Sending a man in motion. And a flag now, and a delay of game penalty coming here. And that's just, again, not watching the clock here, Danny.
Yeah, you have to be aware out there on the field, especially of the clock, and know how much time you have left. But nonetheless, that's going to bring up a delay of game and push Belle Vernon back just a little bit more.
They'll be back at the 16-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15. As they're going to send the same man in motion again. And looking to pass. Under some pressure, he keeps himself as Hartman. Hartman up the middle and will get taken down at the 26-yard line.
That was another run up the middle of the field. And you see here, Hartman just keeping the ball, just being aware out there on the field. I just talked about awareness on that delay of game, but Hartman just showing his awareness out there on the field. He doesn't have any targets down the field, so he just tucks the ball and runs up the middle, still picking up positive yards for the Leopards.
2nd down and 5 for the Leopards. I formation for Jared Hartman as he keeps it himself up the middle, gaining 3 yards on the carry.
More positive yards in favor of Belle Vernon, as now they're faced with a 3rd down and short. Now they have the momentum. There's still 5 minutes and 35 seconds left before the end of this game, but Belle Vernon, if they can march right down the field and make it a 2-score game, the pressure is really ramped up on Trinity.
As it's 3rd down and 2 for the Leopards. Pistol look here for Jared Hartman. Hartman handing it off to Pascoe. Pascoe up the middle, getting to the 36-yard line. That's enough for a 1st down for the Leopards.
And they're just continuing to pick up these yards and really just drain that clock down. Finding the open holes yet again is Mason Pascoe.
And the clock, Danny, also ticking for Trinity here as Belle Vernon just content with running it here and also chewing up some clock.
Yeah, and that's smart play call, not adding insult to injury. They're just milking that clock all the way down. Just trying to close out this contest. It might be a little bit early to say that, but Belle Vernon just has all the momentum in this one, it seems like right now.
I formation. And again, a handoff to Pasco. Pasco up the middle, and Pasco again breaking tackles, and Pasco will get into the end zone for another huge run for the Belle Vernon Leopards all the way from the 36-yard line to the big house.
Huge run on that play. Mason Pasco just broke through the line of scrimmage. Take a look at this replay. We were talking about those top 3 plays, but Pasco, untouched, it seems like, right there, breaking one tackle, then was off to the races, displaying his just speed out there on the field, light speed, it seems like, as Pasco gets into the end zone, and I mentioned before, it makes it a 2-score lead.
66-yard touchdown run there, Danny, for Mason Pasco. As he kick is up, and it is good. Belle Vernon leads with 4:39 to go here in the fourth quarter, 28-14 over the Trinity Hillers, as we're going to send it over to our third man in our broadcast, Dylan Goodday, as he breaks down our next 2 weeks here on CUTV.
Thanks, guys. What an atmosphere it has been tonight as Belle Vernon just took a 2-touchdown lead. Homecoming night here. The dance is actually after the game here tonight, so what an atmosphere. You couldn't ask for much more. Close ball game here on PCN. We'd like to thank the PCN crew as well as our next couple broadcasts. We're going to head into that. The high school game next week will be at California, so not too much travel for us. And then next Saturday, we will actually be broadcasting Vulcan football again. Again, this Saturday they're at IUP, so radio only. But next Saturday will be the homecoming game against Mercyhurst. And again, I'm running for Homecoming King, a shameless plug here. If you're watching from Cal U, vote for me for Homecoming King. But that's all for me here tonight. Thanks to Gary for letting me do this, and back up to you, Danny and Anthony.
And, well, thank you, Dylan, for that, as Belle Vernon about ready to kick off here.
And you always got to say, vote for Dylan for Homecoming King. You said shameless plug there, but nonetheless, hope he wins it. That would be a pretty cool for CUTV. Cal Times as another sponsor of him.
As Guess's kick away, it is going to be returnable there, and by Cole Bear. Bear getting up the field to the 25-yard line, and finally getting a return there. It doesn't go into the end zone, as Danny break down this touchdown once again from Mason Pasco.
Pasco really just exhibiting his speed and his ability to just look down the field, or look up the field rather, getting through the line of scrimmage and pushing up and getting into the end zone. And I mentioned before, if they can make this 2-score game and really milk this clock down, maybe a little bit quicker than they would have liked, as there still is 4 minutes and 32 seconds left, Trinity is still going to be able to really just answer back now on this next drive.
In the I formation is Dylan Kern. Kern sending a man in motion. Has Joey Caroli in the backfield. Joey Caroli getting the handoff to the outside. Stays outside and will continue on his feet to the first down sticks and get out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
And Joey Caroli is just trying to answer back to exactly what Mason Pasco is doing, and just trying to answer back on the run game. It seems like that's what they're going to stick with. I'm going to keep talking about this run game, not the passing game. Both teams kind of not really hitting their strides in the passing game.
First and 10 from the 37-yard line with 4:26 to go in the fourth quarter. Trinity down by 2 touchdowns. As Kern in the I formation. Takes the snap, looking to pass. Pump fake, airing it down the field. He's got a receiver open, and he catches it. He's plowed out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And there's a penalty flag here on the hit. And it's looking like it's going to be on number 5, Nolan Labuda, or number 23, Logan Frogner.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see what this call is. You're mentioning targeting before a defenseless receiver. I don't know. We're going to see what they're going to call.
Personal foul on Belle Vernon. It'll be first and 10 here. Coaches here do not like this call, and watching it just looked like a clean hit to me, but take a look at the replay.
Good pump fake there, and then bringing the ball in. Big hit. I don't see anything wrong with this one, but he did lead with his head, was Logan Frogner. But nonetheless, the passing game
raining down.
Yeah, to say the least. The passing game, though, I mentioned quite a few, just a few seconds before that play, and it comes into play and ends up with a first down for Trinity.
Yeah, leading with the crown of the helmet is something they want to take out of the football game. And I believe that might be what they called there, as Colbert is sent in motion. A handoff to Joey Caroli to the near side. Caroli with a blocker there, cuts it inside, and Caroli dragging people down. And another flag here as he gets to the 1 yard line.
Yeah, just a good run there. Kind of a late flag coming into this, or onto the field of play, rather.
2 flags.
2 flags even, yeah.
We'll see if this is on Trinity or Belle Vernon. It was in the area where they were blocking for him. Personal foul, face mask on Belle Vernon. We're going to take a look here.
It's another first down for Trinity.
As it'll be at the goal line here.
That was on Derek Thomas, I believe, and another set of downs for Trinity to really just put some more points up on the board. I mentioned that before. A lot of time on this clock. I might have spoken a little bit too soon when I said that Belle Vernon was looking to just close this one out.
4:12 left to go in the quarter. As it's an I formation look for Dylan Kern. Joey Caroli in the backfield. As Tanner Hudak, the fullback. Everyone crowding the line of scrimmage. And Joey Caroli does not look like he got the touchdown from up here, and the officials signal that he did not get the touchdown. He's about a few inches short.
Yeah, number 42, Nino Kunst, agrees with you there, Anthony, as he comes up, shaking his hands, trying to push forward, and I believe that it's going to be number 6, Andrew Paycack, got in there and broke that play up.
There's quite a few people that broke that play up as a quarterback sneak, and we're going to see where they mark him here. Again, I don't think he got in the end zone here. And again, he stopped short. Trinity trying to go fast, no huddle, and it brings up 3rd down and goal.
Good defensive effort there from Belle Vernon as Trinity just trying to get into the end zone any way they possibly can.
Belle Vernon trying to make a goal line stand here again. A pitch to the outside of Caroli. Caroli cutting it to the outside. No flags for holding, and he is into the end zone for a Trinity touchdown.
Great way to get into the end zone was Joey Caroli, noticing that he has some blockers in front of him. Looked like he was going to bounce it to the inside and then decides to go out to the left. You're going to see here number 22 on that block on the outside. Almost could have called a holding on that one. It looks like he got a hold of his shoulder pad, but nonetheless, Caroli trots into the end zone.
And Danny, if you're Trinity after this, you may think about going for the onside kick with 3:06 to go.
You know what? I probably would not. There's a lot of time out there on the clock. If your defense can really just make a stand, get some momentum for your offense, that could open up big venues.
The kick is up, and it is good. Joey Caroli cuts the deficit to 7 for the Trinity Hillers as the Belle Vernon Leopards lead 28-21 with 3:06 to go here in the contest. Stay tuned for more high school football action live on PCN and on CUTV.
The longest student-produced show on CUTV. Is back with highlights and analysis, scores and standings, and more. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
And welcome back to PCN and CUTV here at James Weir Stadium at Belle Vernon. As this is a onside kick, and it is recovered by Belle Vernon at the 49-yard line.
And that was one of the things when you mentioned, Anthony, are you going to go for the onside kick? I wouldn't, just because of the fact that now Belle Vernon has great field position. But we're going to take a look at this touchdown yet again. Crafty running from Joey Caroli, noticing that he has some space in front of him. Not green space, gold space, and he gets into the end zone for Pater.
Belle Vernon going to take over here at the 49-yard line, and you got to think they're just going to be content. Actually, they're going to mark it at the 50-yard line. They're going to be content with just running the ball here, Danny.
Yeah, and milking the clock quite a bit. And you have to expect that if you're Trinity as well. So maybe line some people up at the line of scrimmage. But at the same time, they might surprise you, as we've seen quite a few surprises. A little bit of trick plays working out for Trinity. Maybe Belle Vernon will pull something out of their sleeve exactly the same way.
And a penalty coming here. Looks like there may be a false start possibly, Danny. And actually, it's going to be an illegal substitution on Belle Vernon.
I'm not sure who that was on. I saw number 14, Derek Thomas, check out a little bit late. But nonetheless, now their progress is halted just a little bit more. Push back 5 yards.
Balling out the 45 as Jared Hartman in the I formation. Looking to the sideline, changing the play up here as he goes now to the pistol look. As he hands it off up the middle and he cuts it outside. It's Mason Pasco getting 4 yards on the carry to bring up 2nd down and 9.
Pasco just pushing it out to the right, maybe trying to pick up some of those yards that they lost on that last flag. Nonetheless, following his blockers up the middle of the field. This big Colin Pelota yet again, just a force on the outside, getting up the field and pushing some guys out of the way in the progress.
2nd and 10. 11 for the Leopards. I formation here. 2 receivers to the near side. Sending a man in motion, that's Anthony Betram. As he hands it off up the middle to Pasco. Pasco again plowing forward, getting to the 1st down marker at the 40-yard line.
Just resilient running from Pasco, will not go to the ground. We're going to see here just exactly how that happened. Pasco just going right through, kind of looked like he was going underneath bridges. Kind of the blocks were just collapsing around him, and he just stayed on his feet and kept those feet moving. You like to see that if you're an offensive-minded coach for Belle Vernon.
1st and 10 from the 39-yard line, and haven't seen a pass play in a while.
And at this point, Trinity, you got to call a timeout. You got to stop this clock somehow, give your chance or give yourselves a chance to get it back in the game.
Pasco once again up the outside there, and this is to the 45-yard line. And now Trinity will call a timeout, and that's their first of the half. They will have 2 remaining with 2:24 to go here in the contest.
A little bit late for a timeout, even as more time just ticked off this clock. But Belle Vernon has some momentum now working down the field.
And good luck trying to get a turnover for Trinity, because Pasco doesn't fumble the ball. And if they're not throwing the ball, you're not getting interceptions.
Yeah, well, if Pasco fumbles it now, you might have jinxed it.
As you're going to take a look, Danny, at our YouTube page, there's CUTV Sports 1.
Yeah, we post. You mentioned earlier on in this game, I said that since we're live here tonight, we're live on our CUTV Sports 1 YouTube page, pending 4G coverage. You know, sometimes we're in a little bit of a spotty area, but we try to do our best to bring the best, I guess, program to the viewers, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and we started, I believe, in Charleroi with our live coverage here for high school football. Our first time in 31 years having live high school football on CUTV.
It's good to be a part of history sometimes, huh?
Oh, it's always good. 2nd and 5 here for Belle Vernon. As Hartman in the pistol look, I believe. As they're waiting for the officials to signal the start of play. And actually, they're going to be in the I formation here. Sending a man in motion. As he's going to hand it off to Pasco. Pasco getting nowhere and is going to lose 2 yards on the carry. And a timeout now, again called by Trinity.
It looked like that offensive line took a play off as Trinity just burst right through the line of scrimmage and broke up the play. But we're going to take another read at the PCN. Smile, because you're on live TV. Use the hashtag GOW on PCN to share your pictures on Facebook and Twitter. Friends over at PCN like PCN on PCN TV, excuse me, on Facebook and Twitter. I mean, you're already on there, so why not for videos and photos of today's game and all your favorite PCN programs. Just something else that PCN likes to do, connect with the fans on Facebook and Twitter pretty much the exact same way as we do on CUTV, Anthony.
And PCN, also your home for playoff coverage, basically, especially as the state tournament really starts ramping up in the mid-November month there. But a game of note PCN's taking, courtesy of Comcast and NBC Universal, Penn Trafford versus McKeesport. That is one we will be definitely watching out for here on CUTV because of high school roundup. We've seen Penn Trafford before. They're in the 5A Big East Conference here with McKeesport, and right now they're in first place, Danny.
Yeah, they definitely are, and we talk about them quite a bit on high school roundup. You mentioned that on might be a pick'em game. I mean, you're the guy that creates all the pick'ems, so.
And this is Larry Calloway, and Calloway getting a first down, looks like to me. Dan, you're going to take a look at this replay. What do you think?
See where they mark him out, or where they should mark him out. And he looked like he stayed in bounds on that one. The clock is stopped, though, as they're going to move the chains.
The clock is stopped for the chains to move. We'll see if the official signals to start the clock. And he will.
So he did stay in bounds, milking some more time off the clock. That's something that will bode well for Belle Vernon, not so much for Trinity.
Not so much for Trinity. If you're Trinity right now, you want to stop them from getting the end zone at all costs and hope they pass the ball, because time is ticking away with only one timeout. Hartman, play action, is going to keep it himself up the middle. Hartman getting to the 23-yard line, trying to still run some clock out.
Yeah, trying to run the clock out as well as just stay in bounds and pick up positive yards, pick up those first downs. It's still moving the ball down the field, but nonetheless, they're just trying to stay with the clock running.
And Trinity calling their last timeout with 1:43 to go. As Danny, you're going to take a look here at our high school roundup show here on CUTV HSR. We have highlights, standings, top plays, predictions, and more.
And that's the award-winning high school roundup.
That's
Anthony.
right.
It most definitely is. We have a lot of fun on that show as Stephen Ruffing joins us on there. He's in the truck here tonight. Normally he's all over the place. He's a do-it-all. He's running replay here tonight. It's kind of a switch up. I directed last week, directed the week before that even. I don't know. I'm getting my feet wet in the whole directing thing. But both of us actually are really getting involved in directing quite a bit. Not so much behind the mic. I guess we're still behind a mic somewhere.
We're behind the mic in the truck telling the camera people and whatnot what we'd like to see on television. But no, it's always a great opportunity. I can't thank CUTV enough for the opportunity I get here at Cal U and with CUTV. So if you're thinking about going to a school, Cal U and CUTV is the place to look.
Without a doubt.
As Callaway getting the first down here at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and staying in bounds now. There's no timeouts for Trinity. You got to be thinking that they're just going to run this clock out.
And coaches for Belle Vernon taking their headsets off with 1:37 to go. Clock rolling now. Let's see if Belle Vernon wants to punch it into the end zone one more time, though.
I think for I don't know. In this situation, you don't really want to pour it on. I mean, you're already looking like you're up in this one. I guess you can't say pour it on. You're only up by one score, but just milk that play clock down and get another play off.
Hartman takes a knee. And I think they're just going to decide to end this one here as many times as they need to.
You mentioned, Anthony, the opportunities that were given at Cal U, just second to none, honestly, getting all of this experience, being behind the mic, being broadcasted statewide, 11 million homes, I believe, plus. But you really can't get this anywhere else.
And with 40 seconds to go here, Belle Vernon will maintain their undefeated status as he will take a knee once again. Danny, real quick, do you have the schedule for Belle Vernon? Who do they have coming up next?
Next week for Belle Vernon, they have I believe it is going to be Thomas Jefferson.
That's a big game, Danny Beck.
It most definitely is, and I will be staying tuned to that one. We have another good game with Rochester and California next week.
Big show.
That California will be at Cal. Always good to be kind of just down the road in California. But yeah, big matchups it seems like all across the board for the Whippeal next week.
And Danny, a big win here for Belle Vernon over Trinity. Trinity didn't go away, 28-21, the victors here. But what did you like from Belle Vernon? And obviously, it's got to be Mason Pascoe.
Oh, without a doubt. Just running the ball all across the field, as well as the leadership from their quarterback, Jared Hartman, just being all over across the field, helping his team out at all costs. But also for the other side, Joey Caroli still showed his muscle, his ability to get up the field.
And he's going to definitely be getting a look from colleges around the country. But Danny, we're going to take a look here as we close out our broadcast. CUTV's next broadcast here will be from, as a beautiful moonshot, the Harvest moonshot there. CUTV's next broadcast will be from the Convocation Center here for volleyball, and that'll be, I believe, Seton Hill and California. But our next high school football game is going to be Rochester at California, and that is a big non-conference matchup. And then the next one, October 14th, Clarion at California for California's homecoming game at 3 o'clock, live on CUTV Sports 1. So for everyone in the truck, our director, Gary Smith, thank you all for watching as well. Thank you to Danny Beck, my color analyst, and Dylan Godet, our sideline reporter. It's been a pleasure broadcasting here live on PCN once again this year. Belle Vernon gets to win 28-21. I'm Anthony D'Agostino. Have a great night, everybody.